Hi, everybody.
Okay. Just lots of weird noises happening right now. So, before Sean recaps... Stab it! Before Sean recaps...
Let me put the happy music back on for the promo.
We're so professional, y'all. Great, there's the happy music. We are sponsored again this week by the First Watch, our wonderful friends over there. They are sponsoring tonight's episode, and I have lots of cool information about them to share with you. First, the First Watch and DM Andrew Coons are back with Plane Break, the third and final episode of their Realm Shield saga. That didn't say that right. Realm Shield saga. It started last Tuesday, so it's very easy to catch up. Episode 2 is going to go live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and it is called The Cleric and the Innkeeper, and it is it's a crossover between the show and their awesome podcast that they do, The Inn at the Edge of Greenwood, which both Sean and I have done, and it was so much fun and an excellent podcast. So check that out after you watch their premiere of episode 2 tomorrow night. For a summary of the story, or a little teaser of what that story is about, have you ever wondered how a half-orc, a tabaxi, a turtle, and a direwolf might be tasked with saving the world? If you've had that very oddly specific question, this is the show for you. A trio of monster hunters has been scattered across the continent and are racing against time to stop the planes of existence from being broken. Aren't we all? So follow the epic conclusion of the Realm Shield saga by subscribing to their YouTube. Links should be in chat. And wherever you get your podcasts. And those episodes air on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Pacific. So go do the thing. Go support them. They're amazing and have excellent content. They're just excellent. We love them so much. And thank you for sponsoring us. You guys are amazing.
Alrighty. Thank you to the First Watch. Alright.
Put the sad music back on.
Yeah.
Why so sad?
Be somewhat happy. We were out of the Underdark.
Do you need me to sing again?
I mean, technically this song it's very sad in the beginning. I don't know why I put I label these sometimes, and I've labeled this one positive. It's not. It doesn't sound positive.
Not.
Maybe it
Not
gets positive, but we'll see.
You were in a mood.
Yeah, this was positive for me.
Big Wolf.
Maybe it becomes positive. We'll see. All right, let's jump into our recap, folks.
Splash.
Poof.
All right, so last we met on the 27th morning of Arwood Gloam, Bitter Shadow, on a Tears Dog. The Wayward Five settled into their second day in Smoothhold after Wiswick's funeral. Sarathil began learning the many teleportation circles within Wiswick's spellbook from Uncle Oak. As Kieran pondered some of the items Wiswick possessed that relate to the matters at hand, Timber relaxed with Scarlet. But she began to feel a trembling sense of dread, in addition to a fever striking. Then it struck her. Without their magic items, Sarathil would not have been able to cast Mind Blank on her today, protecting her from the Cirrus. Party had grown complacent with the ease that they were able to protect her so thoroughly before. In only a few mere moments, Scarlet began to feel the assault on her mind from the Crimson Cirrus. The party leapt into action, but with little resources to protect her. Timber tied her up and began attempting to support her with meditative words to enhance her fortitude. Talray tried to identify any way to affect the wriggling parasite in her neck, wrapped around her brainstem. Kieran began casting the Temple of the Gods to banish the aberrant infection. Sarathil cast telekinesis on her so they could safely transport her to the temple when completed. The vile voice of the Cirrus penetrated her mind and released Bloodraven. Though she lost control, the quick actions of the party kept her incapacitated long enough to banish the aberrant parasite's power. This commotion, as well as the massive moon-like temple summoned, caused Trapmaster Woodrow to reprimand the Wayward Five. But seeing some reason, he allowed them to access their magic items to protect Scarlet. He also allowed them an audience with the Council of Smoothhold, before kicking them out of the city. They met with the Diamond Duke, the Big Boss, and the Seer with her truffle pig Cobbles. The party warned them of the coming dangers to the world, the Harbinger, the Pallid King, and the wars of the surface. In the discussion, the party learned that Cobbles is no mere truffle pig, but a lie-detecting truffle pig. This came in handy when they met the Chandler, the final counselor. When questioned about a strange gem in his ring, he lied about its origin. The ring resembled the gems in the amulets of the drow priestesses of Abraxas, indicating that he had an association with the bat cult within Smoothhold. As the party left Smoothhold, Curon warned Woodrow one last time that the bat cult of Abraxas had infiltrated the council. Further, he thanked Woodrow for the wisdom to allow the party entry, and allowing them to access their items to save their friend. Finally, Wayward Five felt the winter winds of the surface again. They passed through the waterfall and saw the glittering twilight of Aellisia, and up above the fabled corpse moon of the Crescent Heart. Sight they only heard recounted by Curon. The beauty of the vale below is incomparable. Beyond the jagged mountains and shimmering vale lies the black clouds and the ghostly light of Queen Aella's seat of power. There is more. An animal messenger of butterflies reached Curon from his friend Talio, a ranger meant to meet them here. He said the Undying champions of Aella follow him. Curon messaged Queen Aella to warn her that he has arrived. Call off her agents and meet him face to face. She denied him, claiming he has no flock here, only wolves surround him. Therefore, Curon told Talio to bring the champions. Queen Aella has chosen her fate. Which is exactly where we left off, with Curon airboxing in the Twilight Forest, while the rest of the Wayward Five watch on.
Quick left jab, uppercut with the right. Side
And he
step.
gets really tired as
Aim in
an
the ball.
800-year-old
Can't do
elf.
Just
So
like
what are
my
you
uncle
teaching
taught
him?
me. Fight dirty, right, Kaze?
Fight dirty for what? I mean, yes, but what?
So they would have heard Talio's animal
Yes.
message, correct?
Yes, they would have heard Talio's, but they would not have gotten. They don't know what's happening exactly. They only know that someone's coming. You haven't explained exactly what's going on.
So
I mean, I'm gonna say, just for the sake of narrative, that Talio would have Talio would have responded to your sending, telling you that he was about an hour away.
Okay, an hour away. So with that, Curon would pause for a moment to look at his homeland, and then turn to the party and go, well, as you just heard, Talio approaches with a tale of two Undying champions. Kind of like us. But
Okay.
they're working for Aella. I reached out to her. Asked to treat. Leave everyone else out of it, but...
What
You
happened?
let her know that we were here.
What happened to being secret? Entering
Yeah,
this... I thought that was the whole point of
yeah.
going through the Underdark.
Well, it seems that they're already aware of us if they're
How
tailing
would they have known?
Talio. I think they've just been tracking, following him this whole time.
But he hasn't spoken with you in so long.
You don't get to be 20,000 years old without having a little bit of paranoia, I assume.
Alright,
I
so what does that
mean-
mean?
So we lost our element of surprise, is what you're telling us.
I mean,
Yes,
but-
I've been careful to, watch our tracks as we travel. Do they have some sort of magical means of tracking us?
I'm sure it's
Really?
possible. However, they were simply, as I stated, trailing Talio, and he'll bring them right to us. I need to get in contact with him to learn more about the situation in Aellisia. Though, when we fight off these two champions, we can proceed unhindered and hopefully dodge any further
So,
obstacles.
so we just need to avoid these two, right? Like,
I don't know
they-
if that's
they got-
possible.
I've got to find something in this forest. Like, well, either gotta, kill them or incapacitate them because, I need to work here. I have a mission of my own,
Oh, don't worry, Talray. We will deal with these two in short time.
You know anything about them, Kieran?
The Undying of Aella tend to be all figures of history. It's impossible to tell who exactly she sent. Probably not one of her seers, one of the more virile champions, if you will. But stronger, the more fighter kind. Could be any figure from Elysian history.
They've been given the gift from your queen, same as I have.
Exactly. She has those powers of Ilivania herself, able to bestow that blessing as she sees fit.
Well, from what I can tell, I mean, we've been through a lot, and, I think, we get along, we work well as a team, but, I mean, this isn't my problem, as to say they don't know who I am or why I'm here, and I have nothing to do with, like, no problems with these folk, and if, murdering them is gonna put you on this queen's naughty list, maybe it would be smarter if I just left and had you guys handle it if you think it's not that big of a deal,
Do you
Sure.
call yourself a member of the Wayward Five?
No.
If you'd like to be a coward, Talray, please. You can leave at any time. No
look,
one is
But
here.
hold on,
Look,
he-
I'm not trying to be a coward here. I'm thinking strategical. If you need somebody on the outside, I might be, that this might help along the way.
Just bring up a good point, though. We jumped to first things about killing them. Though I do know that you think they are dangerous, but that would it be beneficial if we apprehend them somehow to learn some more information? Because we're coming to you knowing nothing.
I will admit, killing was not necessarily my first thought. I would hope to speak with them. While they are servants of Aella, I believe they still have some semblance of free will. They
We've
should.
taken... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was simply going to say they should see the light of Ilivania. We all thought it was impossible to be Undying besides by Aella's touch, but Sarathil, here you stand. A testament to Ilivania's power post-Morcia conflict. If we can speak with them, maybe reason with them. Of course, if not, it would make sense to try and capture them.
Let me just get this straight. How confident are you in your reasoning abilities to convince these two assassins out to kill you?
Assassins is a strong word. Champions, I think, is a better phrase. Assassins tend to, and Kieran kind of gives a side eye to Scarlet,
I'm not looking at you.
more, nefarious means.
Yes, Kieran, we got it. Assassins suck.
I feel that these two will meet us face to face in combat. It will be more of a proper thing.
So no chance for convincing them otherwise then.
No, we've taken prisoners before.
It's not out of the question. Unlikely, yes. But anything is possible with a little faith.
So how about this, folks? I'll take to the skies, do a little roundabout, try and find my dragon friends, and if I see that you guys are in any trouble, you just shoot me up a holler, make some noise, and I'll come running.
Could you maybe hold off leaving for about an hour or two, and then all of us together can go help and search for Glowman? Yes? I feel all of us would benefit from meeting your patron.
Fair enough. You're the boss. I'm just trying to, put an option out there for the team.
I appreciate the outside the box thinking.
You just said you're not part of the team.
I'm a temporary member that doesn't associate with the word.
Please, Talray, you're champion of Ilyuvania, he says, clapping him on the back. And don't try to convince anyone otherwise.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't know if I want to put myself down on the
It's
blessed
too late.
category.
It doesn't matter what you want.
You see Mundi comes up under your arm, Talray, and kind of like lifts it up onto Kieran's shoulder. And then kind of just purrs a little bit.
It's not that you. Listen, all of y'all. You're great.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, you're awesome. But my God said your God was cool and all, but that's it. I'm still Glowmung all the way. This Ilyuvania stuff, it's wonderful, but
of course,
I got my own priorities. That's all I gotta say.
Friend.
So we have an hour, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And
I think
they know exactly where we are.
They don't know where we are. They're simply following Talio.
And does Talio know where we are?
Yes. We conversed, and it was heard by all that I told him where we were and to come here with the tale.
Sometimes I just miss some details because I'm too distracted, because there's nice birds in the sky and squirrels to eat, So we need to send a banana bush.
My thoughts exactly, Kaze. Which is where you, Kieran says, pointing to Talray, and you two, he says, pointing to Kaze and Scarlet, are perfect for the job.
So, I guess Sarathil, no offense, but yeah. You'll be bait as well.
I just thought it would be beneficial to have Sarathil with me to show the power of the Undying is not just for Aella.
So you think there is a possibility we could just reason with them without any sort of interference?
It's a slim chance, I'll admit, but anything's possible.
I like that you're not out there by yourself, Kieran.
Well, and we'll of course have, and Kieran points to Noldo, who's still with us.
Right.
I'm not good at ambushing.
It's okay, big guy, neither am I.
That's why he's the bait.
Alright, Kieran. What's the trigger? Oh, I mean, if they attack you, that's my trigger, but...
Right, if they attack...
If they lay a finger.
I'd also thought it might be beneficial for us to mark one target for, how should I put this, immediate.
If we have sight on them, why don't you just gesture towards the one you want to...
If I may suggest also, luckily down at speaking with Uncle Owick, he did teach me a couple new skills that might prove beneficial here. A way of maybe containing both of them, where if they do become aggressive, you can at least speak to them or interrogate them further.
Interrogation usually works best when separated, when another party member is involved.
So Timber and I are very good at it.
I'm okay. Sometimes I get
Just
too
saying,
aggressive.
if there was an opportunity to cage both of them, that may be on the table.
Or one, and then we separate. You know, cage one, deal with one, divide and conquer.
Not a bad strategy.
Right.
Is there a place where we can set up an ambush around here, Kieran?
We can take a look.
Yeah,
See if there's any nice roads with trees along the side, maybe a fountain halfway down.
The nice statue in the middle.
Little ponds on the left.
How'd you know that's what
with a big giant, what it looks like a giant lotus tree.
Lots of trees.
Oh, it's a desert.
bridge.
It's now a desert.
Wait, what?
I had this battle map set up, and Steph texted me. He's like, "We're probably gonna try to look for a different spot. Could you set something else up?" And I was like, "That makes a lot of sense."
Then I'm
Really?
glad
Like, nah,
Well, the thing is, it's good that he did ask me because that battle map was set up for if you guys got ambushed. If Talio didn't discover they were following him, they would have come there. So it's good that Steph did text me that, because otherwise I'd have been scrambling much more when you guys suddenly say we're gonna go somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely find a space where there is a more open area where Sarathil and Curon and Naldo can be, while the rest of you have plenty of space to hide. That's no problem.
What time of day is it?
It's nighttime, because you had spent all morning and afternoon in Smoothholds, and then they kind of spatch out in the evening. So it's probably around I'd say 6:30, 7ish.
always nighttime in Aellisia.
True, it is always.
got a great nightlife going on here.
Yeah, party 24/7. The clubs never close.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Mike, the one of the two capitals here is called Sarathil, so you'll be right at home.
Oh hell yeah!
Sarathil and Sarathil.
That's not gonna get confusing.
We might not even go there, so.
Okay. So yeah, so what I'd say is you start to walk through the Illudome hinterlands, and you're able to find an area that looks to be the old ruins of what was once probably a road that led through the forest. It's uninhabited entirely, this area, but it's the clearest grove you could find, the first clear grove that you could find that has sort of that way to entrap someone.
Ambush.
So, what's the plan? How are you? Where is everyone hiding? I imagine Curon and Sarathil and Naldo are just going to be out in the open in the middle area.
Is there a place I can get up high?
There is a kind of an archway in the back that has it's overgrown, so it's a little difficult, but there are some spots there that you could be higher up.
Okay.
There are also, I guess you could climb trees.
Yeah. Emma, where are you going? I'm going opposite you.
I was thinking a tree as well. I could literally go anywhere though, and but I think I will. I think I'm actually gonna go on the archway, above the archway, and crouch down and just go invisible.
But wait, before everybody goes off to do this, as people look like they're starting to move. I'm gonna just hang on a second. Wait, can you? I have something that I want to say before any of this gets ugly. And now, like, it's awkward because like everybody stopped and is staring at me, and I'm just like, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for everything that you have done and are doing to protect me. You know, Sarathil, that mind blank, it's everything. And Timber, you've been so patient with me, working to calm my mind. Talray, even you've helped trying to identify this thing. And Kieran, I wouldn't be here without you. Your guidance.
Well, if I may, Scarlet, none of us would be here without you either.
That's right.
True.
Nevertheless, I wanted to make sure that was heard. I'm so used to just fending for myself, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember, and it's just, I'm not used to having people help. So, thank you.
At this, Timber will like grab her by the shoulder and just like smile, even though his smiles are not usually very pretty.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, yeah. His little gruesome smile.
Yeah.
And just like very proud, like you've grown.
Character growth.
Yeah.
All right, that's everything.
Scarlet, you see Naldo comes up to you and just
no.
grabs you
No.
and squeezes you in a really painful hug.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot you too, thank you.
And then lets go and keeps a really heavy arm on your shoulder. Rowan.
Yeah. That's what yes. Thank you for seeing me for who I am.
Wiswick said you were a good person.
Depends on the day.
I don't know if that is true, but I like you.
Thank you, Noto. I like you as well.
Looks up to everyone. Shall we set up the ambush to murder these people?
Not
I couldn't have said it better myself.
okay.
Talray looks confused and he just like leans over to Kieran and says, I was under the impression that she hated my guts. She's always scowling at me and stuff.
I do.
You could still appreciate somebody and hate their guts at the same time. Talray.
Okay, I think I could get behind that.
That's what she's trying to say.
Mundy goes up to Scarlet and kind of like is also unsure, Talray.
You have been wonderful. You helped bring this one back, and I kind of just like, just kind of like take his head and just like, because he was there for the divine
That's
intervention.
He would leap on top of you.
Sure. Yeah, Monday. That's fine. You just. I'm here. I'm just the babysitter. That's all I am. That's fine.
He didn't suggest
you all have
leaving.
fun. If anybody wants pet time with Monday, you just let me know. I'll schedule you in.
Oh, when's your next appointment available?
I really do hate your guts. What did you say, Sean?
I said Mundy just sort of like pushes his head into you, and it's way too.
Okay.
He's very big, so it kind of almost knocks you over. Okay. 1 second, everybody. It's getting.
Huron, are you sure? Are you sure that this is the best plan? This is what you want to do? I don't want you to get hurt.
Scarlet, I don't think there's any avoiding pain or suffering on the road we've embarked on. And I understand your concern, I appreciate it, but if we don't deal with these two now, they will only continue to follow us and continue to hinder us to the best of their abilities. It's possible we can lose them, but at least here, we know that we will be bereft of a tail for the time being, allowing us to see to Talray and his little Drake, and then hopefully to head north in search of allies.
Is there a possibility that there's more than just the two that are following Talio?
I mean, everything's a possibility until it isn't, right?
Huron,
Talio is an excellent scout. His eyes are almost as good as mine. If there was someone else, he would know.
So, Timber, you're going up on the archway? That's what you decided?
I think it's good, especially if you're going to go in one of the trees. Maybe we get at least cover more of an area.
Huron, where are you going to stand? I want to be in the tree closest to you.
Well, let me look a moment. Man, if only that fountain was closer to the archway. Oh, wow!
Wow.
Then I would
gosh.
stand just
Magic.
adjacent it, so that should combat ensue, I could use it as cover in the impending conflict.
Why are you talking like that?
Sorry, Ilyuvania. I think she just spoke through me. By the moon.
Bye.
Did we come to... Do you still want me to stay nearby, or could I, head out?
If you don't mind staying for
Stay.
the coming combat,
If you could do
we
this one
appreciate
last-
the assistance.
One last favor for us, Talray.
You don't need to be so polite. No, stay. We
Well-
need the extra hands.
Monday, what do you say?
Mundy, if you all were standing on one side and Talray standing on the other, Mundy would walk over to your side and sit, plop down, and lean into Curon, almost knocking him over.
Without saying anything, Talray just sighs and then flies off into a tree about 300 feet away, and then just goes invisible.
Thank you.
Oh, Curon, here, I have this. You should drink it. Timber made it for me, but I think you have more use of it. It's a potion of invulnerability.
Which does what, remind me?
Resistance to all damage.
Ooh. And lasts how long?
For a minute after you drink it.
Okay,
So not until the last second.
of course.
Yes, I am undead, but I still can die.
I only have one. I'm sorry.
You can have this one. It's the lesser version, but it's called a potion of almost invulnerability.
Here, Sarathil. I have an invisibility one. You want that too?
No,
That's booze.
It's been, oh, that's no. So, no. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You can't have that.
No, I'm just trying to make light of the matter. That's
Well,
what
actually-
I'm take it and just take a little drink.
And Kieran's going to... Oh, do I have it prepared? Yes, he's going to cast Death Ward on Sarathil.
Mm.
So
Nice.
you don't drop to 0, you drop to 1 instead.
Hell yeah.
Talray, are you leaving Mundy with them or taking Mundy with you?
I think he's a traitor at this moment, so
Okay.
he's definitely staying with them. I am currently up in a tree somewhere, like a far distance away. I'd say like 300 feet. That's the maximum range of my gun, and I'm just
Okay.
held up. And if I don't move, I go invisible. If I have camouflage on, so I like get in with the trees and start putting like leaves and stuff all over me. And I'm also going to prepare a spell, Guardian of Nature, which is a bonus action to cast, and I'm going to cast it as soon as, I see them.
Okay, and are you trying to see them ahead of the road, or are you just staying 300 feet away?
I would say I'm probably staying 300 feet away, and I would probably stay as far away from the road as possible. I mean, would far away from the road as possible be that tunnel, the arch?
Through the arch would just bring you to more forest. Generally, what you're going to probably want to find is you're going to want to find a tall enough tree that you can see this clearing, because if you just go 300 feet away up in a tree, it doesn't guarantee you full vision. So I would say give me just a really quick perception check or investigation or survival.
Okay, I have an advantage with this because it's my favorite terrain. Forests are also favorite terrain.
Excellent.
So, wait, we're rolling physical tonight, right?
Physical
Yes.
tonight.
Okay, first roll was a 19. Second roll is a 5, so I'll take the 19 plus 10 is 29.
Okay, yeah, you can easily find a tree tall enough or an area tall enough on a hill or something where you can see into the clearing. What I will say is, do you go on the I guess which cardinal direction from the fountain are you going?
Let's go with east.
East. Okay. All right. So the one thing I'll say is that if the enemies are on the eastern side of the battle map, you will have trouble seeing them. Like if they're right on the forest edge of the east, like they'll have half or full cover depending on where they are with the trees.
That's totally fine with me because cover doesn't matter to me because sharpshooter feet.
Does it affect? Full cover must still be applied.
Yeah, full cover's fine.
Probably.
It's
Full
just
cover.
half and 3/4. I imagine doesn't matter. Cool.
You have to still be able to see in full cover blocks line of
Okay.
sight.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. So basically, if they're behind a tree, is the only chance. If they go into the forest or they're behind a tree, you'll have some trouble. But otherwise, for the most part, you're going to be probably fine to see them.
Yep. Great.
Cool. All right. So I've got Timber up on the archway. I've got Scarlet in a tree on the. You can't really see your mini right now, Shannon, but you're like 25, 30 feet
I
to
see
the on
I
the
see
right
her.
side.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then Talray, you're off the battle map, so I'm not going to put you on it. For now, at least. And we've got Timber back here.
Boop.
All right. So is there any other things that you would like to do to prep?
Am I allowed to awaken my sword before combat?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to do that so that it's ready to go. That and Lily. So I'm
Okay.
gonna find some shadows in the street. Also, I'm like up
Lily
in-
might make it more difficult for you to hide.
Mm.
She's a fire lizard or snake.
Yeah, but I have plus 15.
What I'm saying is you're gonna have disadvantage if you have Lily out.
Fine. All right, I'll just do the longsword then. The prongs.
Okay. All right.
Shot.
Yes.
Quickly too, I would like to also just what's it called again? What level is it? Summon undead. I like to summon the ghostly figure of Hypatia.
Okay, and do you
And-
want to keep
and
her
the
close
guy-
by, or
No, I'm going to hide in the trees as well for cover.
Cool.
And only to come out
left or
during-
right side?
Left.
Closest to you?
Yeah.
Take the tops off of these trees.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh.
This is broccoli. That's just a bunch of broccoli.
You're
Don't
Could
eat
you
it.
imagine if I didn't have this terrain and I just put literal stalks of broccoli out for trees?
and
Okay.
Sean, I know I'm like standing on a rock, but it's understanding that I'm in the tree.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll cast it also just saying at 4th level. And it just
You know what?
affects how much health
One
it
second,
has.
guys.
Huh?
Okay.
Talk amongst yourself for a second.
So you guys come here often? or-
No, this is actually my first time to Aellisia, so
Oh, well, I'll have to show you all the sights and sounds. Really,
You're
I just know the one
Terrible
town.
at this ambushing thing. Shut up.
Well, they're not here yet.
But still, they could be nearby.
We
If they have ears like you, they can hear us.
It's really more the eyes that... and the nose.
oh
And my
wait,
sense of taste. I can taste when they're on the horizon.
Can you taste them now?
what do you taste now?
No.
What do you taste right now?
I taste the crisp air of Aellisia. The faint
That's not
light
the
of the
flavor.
moon.
Crisp,
Yes, crisp.
like
Like an apple.
like apple crisp,
See,
Yes,
honey
yes,
crisp.
honey crisp. There's a lot of crisps.
Yes.
So, which one
Yes,
is it?
Like an apple. It tastes like an apple.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know apples grew here in Aellisia.
Of course they do. They're,
Which co-
they're a
which-
little different than the apples you're used to.
Are they purple or something?
They're more of a pale silver. You know, they're not as vibrantly colored as because I think that's how the sun works on things.
You
I'm
need
back.
to read up on your.
Look, I'm a
How-
cleric, not a botanist. I don't know
Yes.
what you want from me.
What did you ask?
I almost
What did you ask?
multiclassed.
Damn it, Tim.
Druid.
Something about apples.
Yeah.
What, Elysian apples? What they look like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're silver. Pale
Yeah.
silver.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would have said. Um,
Is Mundy just
Alright,
sitting in the clearing?
currently, yeah,
He's
he's just hanging with Curon. He's curing. He's curing on Curon.
Kieran
it's Monday
on
night.
Kieran.
Mundy's not hiding.
Yeah,
And he's
a
not hiding.
griffin.
Yeah, I use a
Okay.
Griffin for now because that's the mini I have for him.
Okay.
Kevin!
Kevin, we don't talk
Kevin.
about Kevin.
Okay.
Right, we were talking about Kevin.
Did Kevin die?
No,
No!
He might
Kevin
as well
will
have,
never
though.
die. No!
He almost died.
he almost
Kevin
died.
did almost die.
Anyway, all right. So, I imagine you waited to do all your extra castings before we, close to the end of the hour when they are getting close by. So, in the last moments when Talio is probably coming up this path, and if you wanted to, you could have directed him a bit towards where you are exactly, so that he went exactly here. I guess. Oh yeah, let's see. Those of you who are hiding, give me stealth checks.
Don't you forget it.
On.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check for my ghost too? Or could we just say turns into it's just a ghost?
I'll allow it to the ghost to be like, "Shoop, I'm invisible." Woo.
Chill
Has to
inside
make
the
that noise,
tree.
though.
Yeah, and every time you roll for attacks from the ghost, you have to.
Oh.
I have to go. Ooh, shoot.
Ooh, ghost attack, ghost attack. Scarlet, what'd you get?
24.
Hey,
That is low for me.
that is low for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my God.
Timber, what'd you get?
24.
Hey!
Look
Stealth
at you
twins!
guys. You can't blame it on one another. If you get caught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True,
Well, we can play it on
true.
Talray. I don't know what
you
it
can.
is.
100% blaming it on Talray.
What do you roll?
Or Ghost. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's this
I mean,
invisible?
Talray doesn't have to roll. He's super
Oh,
far
right.
away.
He's
And he has,
300 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
he's
got a
in
plus
tech.
15, so
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Ghost went sloop, didn't you hear?
Timber, did you go invisible?
Yep.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did go with advantage, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab these.
You're not fully invisible. You're like Chameleon from Oblivion, where it's just like wavy.
No, well, that's Talray, yeah.
All right.
What's your
Kieran, give
100%?
me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm the chameleon from
31.
Oblivion, then I could stand right in front of somebody and be perfectly fine.
Yep.
What's
What
going
was
on?
it?
31.
Keep stabbing him.
Sorry.
All right. So you can see Talio approaching, but you can also see as he gets close and you wave to him and he kind of puts his hand up. You can make out the movements of the two champions in the woods behind him because they rolled 19s on their stealth, so you saw them. Even with your passive, you would have seen them if you weren't expecting them. Okay. I don't have a proper mini for Talray, so we're using this awesome stagged elf.
Ooh.
Stagged.
I'd say.
Since he rides a, so I guess for everyone's visual perspective, you see this mounted figure approaching, and at first you might mistake it for a horse when he's far away, but as he gets closer, you can see that it's actually a massive, honestly bigger than a horse, the size of like the biggest horse you can imagine, Clydesdale. Or actually, yeah, a moose is a good size. Yeah. You see this massive lupine creature. It's very. At first, you think it's a wolf, but then it has some Leaf fox-like features. It has this dark fur all over. But then probably the thing that stands out the most is that you can see on its face it has these golden amber eyes that have double pupils in them, and then one single eye in the middle of its forehead. And you see a tall Elysian elf riding this mount forward with a big smile on his face as he holds a hand up to Kieran. You can see he is wearing this leather armor that when he moves, it kind of glimmers a little bit. It looks like it's made up of yellow dragon scales. But under the right lights, it almost looks like it completely reflects the surroundings, and he looks invisible for a moment. But he has this thick fur cloak hanging at the back to keep him warm here. His hair is held back in a very long single braid that goes down his back to his waist. He has a lance at his side, but he also clearly has a bow on his back. As he approaches Kieran. Kieran, you can see the two figures in the distance. You could just barely make out their silhouettes. They seem to be also similarly blending in with the environment. One is a small, lithe, dexterous-looking female Elysian. The other one looks like a very large, strong, muscular Elysian man. You almost catch the light glimmer of the moonlight that emanates from them. As you know, Undying have a dim moonlight that emanates off of them. But Talio kind of comes riding up now to Sarathil and Kieran, and he looks to you both, and then to Noldo, and then over to Mundi, and then he takes a long look at Sarathil and raises an eyebrow and then looks back to you, Kieran. You've made very interesting friends.
Yes, well, interesting times call for interesting companions. Looks like you have some interesting companions of your own, Kieran says, kind of just nodding back behind Talio.
He kind of doesn't turn his head, but looks to the left to indicate he knows what you're talking about. He gets off of the Velik stalker and kind of digs the lance into the earth and kind of comes up immediately to give you a hug.
And as we clasp, Kieran goes, like, kind of sags into him a little bit and just goes, Honora, it's been too long.
Done. Why? What has happened to you? And he kind of brings a hand up to your cheek and cups it for a moment, touching the wrinkles.
That story would take some time to tell, and there'll be plenty ample time for that later. But for now, the most important part is she's still alive. Part of her, at least. A vestige. You can see here, and Kieran says, gesturing to Sarathil. It was some time ago that this one, Sarathil, a friend I made down in the beastlands of... What's its proper name?
Farathris.
Farathris. I found him in a temple to Iluvania. My other companions, Kieran says, just looking to, like the left and right, subtly. You'll meet them soon enough. I'm simply waiting for your friends to show themselves. Until then, Sarathil here was blessed by Iluvania. Please.
So just jump in.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Talia would jump in and go forth to offer an arm shake, firm arm shake.
And I'll extend to him. He's like, yes, Sarathil is the name. Pleasure to meet you. Sorry that it's in such dire times.
You've features of an elf, but not Elysian.
Glad to see them throughout all this gauntness that you could still tell. Gwyn, elf. Proud
Lost
and
brothers
true.
and sisters.
Indeed. But from a bit of a lifetime ago. I can explain later, but it's I have seen the light of Iluvania. She does still linger in this world. And as you can see, her power still emanates.
You would prove a great thorn in Aella's side to show an undying, not of her make.
My thoughts exactly. I don't mean to parade you about, Sarathil, but anything to chip away at the facade Queen Aella has built for herself in her Undying court.
Not at all. I understand the gravity of our journey here with my presence.
And you
Anything
keep
to-
your mind.
Sarathil will kind of turn a bit to that. I've been told of the ones that have been touched by your queen. Do they not have the same?
We don't know. It's rare for us, commoner folk, people of the valley, to even meet the Undying. Some have seen them in times of conflict, protecting, but not sure. Some of the heroes that entered that hall, the dead, not so sure if they had their minds they'd stand for Aella right now.
I guess we'll soon find out. We're hoping to see if we could reason with your two friends. But if not, we are prepared. Kind of looking behind to the gnome or the golem and the dragon.
Powerful allies. It's a strange elemental. And you there. And he kind of rushes over and immediately has a rapport with Mundi as a ranger. Fabulous creature.
Sean, I want to be keeping an eye out for the champions.
Give me a perception check. Sarathil, you could give me one too if you wanted to be looking around.
Nope.
What'd you get, Scarlet?
That's a 10.
Nah, nowhere to be seen.
Man, gotta stop rolling that real die. That's a 3.
That's what I got.
Would Curon still have eyes on them? Would I still, be able to watch them approach?
What's your passive again?
30.
Yeah. They rolled a lot better here, but they still don't. They still didn't reach 30. They'd have to roll pretty high to get 30. Right. So yeah, you can see them. They are currently getting closer. The female elf, the female Undying, seems to be going ahead of the male who's in a secure hiding spot, and she's just getting a better look. It appears. She is pretty close to the grove you're in right now. She's at the forest line in the southern part of the map, basically, about, I'd say, 100 feet away. Give me a quick history or religion check to see if you can recognize them.
I'm going to go religion for 16.
Okay. You can recognize the woman. This is a champion who's known as Sprig. The Wolf Master. She is a famed Veiled Warden from history, who was the first to ever tame a Velic Stalker. And range the Mordnari Hollow fully. She's a very old champion. Pre-Morasir.
Oh.
But even a famed ranger can't escape the eyes of Curon.
Did you have a name for Talio's
Dog Stalker?
Yeah.
I didn't give one to it, but if you'd like to, you could.
Rocco.
What?
Rocco.
Rocco.
I can't roll my R's.
Curon will walk up. I imagine Talio's back with Mundi. Curon will walk up and go to scratch the Velic Stalker under its jaw and goes, Phyrexi.
Ooh.
It's been too long. Has Talio been treating you well, giving you plenty of treats?
And you see Vorexi. Vorexi?
Phylexi.
With a V? Phylexi.
Yeah. Actually,
An F?
Flexi. I don't know. Whatever. I like what you had. What'd you say?
Vorexi?
Vorexi. Yeah.
Vorexi. You see Vorexi goes to lick your face. Velic Stalkers also have forked tongues like dragons. And he he licks your face and kind of sits down, and you can see when he sits, the Velic Stalkers are so big that's like if you imagine a dog was sitting in front of you, but its head was above you. And he kind of immediately nuzzles his head at your pack, Curon, because you can smell probably like months old dried meat in there. But yeah.
So Curon will give him some meat. Any more movement from these champions, or are they just holding back?
The other champion seems to be joining, sneaking forward to join Sprig. But they seem to just be watching right now to see what you do. You might even surmise that they're starting to look around, potentially looking for a ambush.
Right. So it's at this point that Kieran will look over his shoulder to Sarathil and Talio and just kind of nod, and then take another step past Vrexi and go. There's no use hiding from a chosen of Iluvania. My eyes see through the illusions that mask you. Come forward, Undying champions, and let us talk.
You see, they basically make eye contact with you at this point, and Sprig immediately stands up from her hiding place, and you see the man comes up behind her. Sprig is, so all of you can see them at this point, including you, Talray, although they're kind of small from where you are. Their entire selves are kind of all painted, not painted, but they almost appear like they are painted with white paint all over them, and their armor has this faded look. But like the armor itself is a pale gray, with little like I would say like details of purple here and there, and twilight colorations that seem to have been faded over time. Their faces have not tattoos, but look like what are very fine ritualistic scars over their gaunt white faces that are the cheeks are very sunken in. They don't show significant signs of decay, but there's a lifelessness to them still, in the way that their faces have been leached of all color. Their eyes are just completely black with the smallest little light where there would be a pupil. And that light is a similar pale moon-like white. And their clothes are all white as well, but they have dirt at the ends of them and fraying at the end. They're not very ornamented. You might think these champions of a queen would have like jewels and fancy armor, but they're very, very plain, almost monk-like, ascetic in the way that they dress, and their armor is very purposeful. You see, Sprig has a bow on her back and arrows at her waist, but she carries two sickles in each hand that glow a very faint moonlight as she approaches. The man behind her, Kieran, if you want to do another a history roll to see who this is, he is much taller than her, and he has what appears to be a breastplate of a very, very fine, bright silver-like metal. He has two swords at his waist, both long swords. He has a tunic of very faded purple that kind of is like a long vested tunic that goes over the breastplate, with white and boots and white leather breeches. And his hair is very similar to Talio's. He has it in a long braid hanging at his back. His face is very stern, and there are ritual scars in his face too, but there are vestiges of a lot of scars from his actual life. You can see one of his very long elven ears is actually cloven in half. What'd you get in that roll?
18 for history.
Yeah, so this is Rodrin the Bold, and he was the greatest general in Elysian history. He led the armies that fought back the cults of the dragon gods during the Morrissey conflict. Very, very talented fighter.
Upon seeing the two, they approach. Do they do anything or say anything?
They're approaching you slowly right now. So if you wanted to say something as they're approaching, you can. Because they were like 100 feet back, so they're walking up to you right now.
Then Kieran will kind of look back to the others and like gesture a little like this, and Kieran is going to kneel down and bow to them in reverence, motioning for the others here in the clearing to do the same. As he, shouts out, while still looking at the ground, and goes, "It is a blessing of the Crescent Heart to be visited by such champions, O Sprig the Wolfmaster, and Rodrin the Bold. To what do I owe the pleasure, nay, the blessing of your company?"
You see, as they approach you, Rodrin stays quite stoic and kind of just crosses his arms as he approaches, and kind of tilts his head at you, while Sprig seems to be the one kind of in charge of this duo. As she comes forward, she's not put her sickles away. I think you know, heretic. We're here for you. We're here to welcome you home.
Well, I appreciate such a warm welcome. Though I fear it is not a welcome I will much enjoy.
That is up to you. And Queen Aella.
I reached out to her, asked if she would treat with me. Speak simply to see if we might not come to some understanding.
Rodrin would speak up at this. A common shepherd does not beckon the great queen out of her throne room.
Why not? Why does the queen get to sit on her throne? Why is she the one that decides the fate of our people, hiding behind the walls of Theris Moor when there is so much going on out in the world? People are dying by the thousands in wars that we could help stop. The planes of existence are colliding. Dark powers are at work. And the Aellisians hide behind our peaks, hide behind our walls, ignoring the world at large. Why is it you keep your faith in her when she does not speak for Illuvania anymore?
For millennia, before you were born, Queen Aella protected her people from greater threats. And you do not know her mind or her plans to protect her people. Last we saw a war that drew us from the mountains. Thousands of our people died. For what?
For what? Do you know what would happen if Hadric had finished his plans, if he had not been stopped along with the other chained gods, if it wasn't for the Aellisians, if it wasn't for Ilyuvania herself fighting for this continent, nay, for this world as a whole, I fear what may have transpired to leave us all in ruin, to leave us all trapped. You haven't seen, as I have, the curses out there, what Hadric had prepared for us, the horrors I witnessed. They scar me now and forever, and I hope to spare both our people and the rest of the people of this plane that fate. I fear Aella does not care, but for her own survival.
Your queen cares for her people. Even you. Her plans are to protect Aellisia. We have seen what happens when we open the doors of our realm. She seeks to close those doors to all foes. Your harbinger, your other threats. She will close all of them out. And when the world is ready to be reseeded, be grown, then Aellisia will return.
So you would let all the other peoples of Gwenvalor die? Our cousins to the south. The Gwyn. The Wood Elves. Even the humans. You'd let them all die. For your own safety.
If what you say is true, if those enemies come, Queen Aella has seen it, decided our fate. It is folly to stand in such a way. Our brethren to the south will die. The human kingdoms will die. Beast folk will die.
But they need not die. If we simply intervened and stopped the threat before it emerged. If Aella's so powerful as you claim, why not do something? Cut off the serpent's head before it rises. The Feywild is sick and dying, and the Pallid King goes stronger every day, so why not stop it? Kosri grows in strength, growing closer and closer to our plane. So why not stop it? Instead of letting it run wild and killing so many in its wake.
Give me. I almost left the voice mod on for my narration. Give me a persuasion roll.
Ooh, 17.
Okay. With the expressions that you're giving here, the kind of somewhat the emotion that you're showing, and kind of looking, you see as you're saying it, Rodrin is starting to look around, and I'd say you notice as you say all of this, Sprig does her eyes. It's very subtle, And because of your blessed eyes, you can notice emotion on their faces where others might not. Sprig, you very second see her eye look to Sarathil as you say all of this, and then back to you. And there's like a slight, like almost like tilt of the head down that's so subtle that you can tell whatever you just said is making her think.
Not trying to lose any ground, Kieran goes, Aella isn't the only chosen of Illuvania. And Kieran's going to, with the his staff, he's going to kind of create that moon effect with the smoke billowing down, and he kind of like looks over his shoulder and like gestures for Sarathil to step forward. Kind of putting on a little bit of a theatrics.
Sarathil will step forward. He's like, you must listen to your kin. I am not of... Sorry, Jesus. I say it a million times, so I can't... I'm getting... Aellisia, sorry. Jesus. My apologies. Steps forward. I am not from Aellisia, but I myself have communed with Illuvania. She's bestowed upon me the gift of eternal life, that I might better this world and help its inhabitants. She led me to find Kieran here, who I've seen work tirelessly to try to better not just the realm, but your people as well. He has everybody's interest at heart. And I know your queen has ruled your land for many, many years. I myself are from generations and generations ago, and I knew of Queen Aella. I've heard of her name, of all the good shit she's done. But her reign can't last forever. I believe she's lost sight of what's important. And Kieran here does too.
My friend here is proof. Illuvania guides not only the seers and shepherds of Aellisia, but the Gwyn to the south, the beast folk of Paradice. So many who call to her. She answers their needs.
And it is not just me alone. Look upon his staff. It holds two precious gems that were once a part of Illuvania. Do you think, and he's been able to wield them with such great ferocity, it's as if Illuvania herself is allowing him to use her power. I don't think this could be used by anyone else, said someone that was intended to use them.
Turning towards Rodrin, Kieran will continue their relentless assault and go, I've faced the cult of Herfost. I've seen the aspect of Beret. I have fought both back and calmed them for the time being. I've seen the aspect of Ashk, the shifting sands, and brought him to heal. I did this all with the power of our dear goddess Illuvania, in her name and not my own. All we ask is a chance for the people to see and hear what is happening, and for Aella. I know she means well for us. For
Queen Aella.
The queen. But even a queen, as my friend said, may lose sight of what is right in the world.
Give me another persuasion roll with advantage because of Sarathil's help. Or you can both roll one.
You take it, big man.
Okay. Hmm, 11.
So, Curon, you do see that what I'll tell you is that you have wholly unconvinced Rodrin. There's no... he sees none of this as convincing. But you notice again that quick kind of almost flash of humanity, I guess is the best word to put it, behind Sprig's eyes. That dead face almost looks living again for a moment as she thinks about it. But Rodrin would kind of step forward, not entirely between you and Sprig, but would step forward towards you.
You fought and seen things, small pieces, remnants, flecks of the greater evils. I have fought for Queen Aella. I led my soldiers beneath the shadow of Bayoret's wings, fought the Molten Hammer, rid this land of their toxins after Eluvania died, after the Crescent Heart sacrificed everything for us. And I saw Queen Aella heal this land after another supposed end of the world. We will bring you to heal and return you to the Queen for judgment. Do not resist.
I'm sorry, Rodrin. Sprig. But I just can't let that happen. And then Curon is going to cast the minor illusion above Rodrin's head of a crescent, of a full moon that shatters. And the smoke descends over him.
And that's where we're going to take our break before y'all send a bunch of bullshit into this character's face.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well done.
Yeah,
Well
we will
done.
be back in 5 minutes, folks. While we are away, all of you roll some initiative. But we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Sunglasses had a little combat.
Yeah, we're back. Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Our heroes just met with the two Undying champions of Ilyuvania, Sprig the Wolfmaster and Rodrin the Bold, two epic heroes from the histories of Aellisia. And while Curon may have made some headway in convincing Sprig a little bit, Rodrin is wholly unconvinced and, if anything, might be a little bit more adamant against you. Kind of that, like, I fought in the real war, you damn kids. But anyway, we are jumping right into our initiative here. But we have some hidden allies who are going to spring the attack based on Curon's signal. So we are going to have a surprise round first. Up first in that surprise round is Sarathil's ghost hiding in the bushes.
Excellent.
She's gonna reappear and just come diving out of the trees, going as she literally goes and touches Rodrin. She's gonna go up and just like clasp onto him and go for a deathly touch on him.
A deathly touch.
And it's a D. Alex, you can go to the battle map.
I can go to the battle map.
Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong thing.
Resistant to
Weapon
necrotic
attack is your
damage.
spell attack modifier.
What'd you say?
I said
10
10
times
bucks says they're resistant to necrotic. Like every other thing we face.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
That's a
What'd you roll?
25 to hit.
That will hit.
Yes. Crap. I'm sorry. 1d8 to hit. Or not, what's a hit? That's the hit die. That's a 13 necrotic damage.
What does it look like when she attacks? Oh, you have multiple attacks. Go for it.
Yeah, then second attack, I'm just going to do that quick. Multi-attack, 2 attacks. Second attack is a 27.
That'll hit.
Let's go. And that will be 14 necrotic damage. So going back to what you said, it looks like you see just like kind of like Superman and goes forward, just goes and just kind of like clasps on his like the side of his, as you see just like pulsating, just negative.
They're rocking out down there.
Yeah, I know, I can see that. Like green, like ilky energy is just like forming into her hands and kind of just like draining, not draining, but just kind of like pulling life force out of him.
Absolutely. So the interesting thing here is you are powered by the necromantic energy of Ilyuvania, but your magic, if I'm not mistaken, is your own necromantic pursuits.
Yes.
Okay. Then guess what? This seems to deal more damage than it's supposed to them.
Oh shit.
That's right. Construct necromancy.
Damn.
the first and probably only fights Sarathil will ever have with an enemy that is vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Hell
So
yeah.
this is a massive hit on them, on Rodrin. As you can see, it deals not 27 damage, but 54 damage.
What? Oh yeah, Sarathil.
Yes, finally. God, it's so good to do some damage.
Vindication! As you watch this ghost sort of like, I imagine the movement of your ghosts' allies is a lot like the way the Nazgul fight in The Hobbit, where they're kind of like almost blink and move around in these flashes of light. As you see, the ghost just sort of grabs the sides of his heads, and you just see this burst of necrotic energy. Even this immortal, millennia-old elf, more than a millennia-old elf, you can see his face goes, and you can hear actual feeling coming out of him as he's in intense pain at the touch of this ghost. Okay. Scarlet and then Timber, your surprise. You are up for your surprise round. So Scarlet first, then Timber.
How far away is everybody? Roughly how many feet?
From where you are?
Yeah.
A little under 300 feet.
I love it.
A lot, right?
You are 30 feet from Sprig and 40 feet from Rodrin.
Okay. Oh, shit. Everything's a fucking bonus action. All right.
Hey, that's what happens when you multi-class into two
Yeah,
classes that have a lot of
I
bonus
know.
action stuff.
I know. Oh,
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
So, what are you debating between on this bonus action?
If I may,
Rage, Lily.
so
Dash.
remember, this is a round of surprise. They could
Yes.
have a higher initiative than you, but they also might not. So you might get 2 turns before they even get to go once. Just a
True.
reminder. That is a gamble.
Yeah. But I don't want to rage because I don't know if I'm gonna. Well, if I attack, I can do that. Fuck
So
it.
the thing
Rage.
that you should rage, yeah, that's rage.
Rage. Rage.
Because you're gonna get advantage on your attacks because you're coming from stealth.
Excellent. So sneak attack. Also, should I roll a d8 for that wild magic surge?
Yes, you should.
All right. Let's see. Where's Rajay? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on.
Yeah, we should have came to Aellisia much sooner.
Yeah, who knew they had such rockin', music out in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, exactly. I like to imagine there are just like Elysian elves,
Ooh.
just like staring
Oh,
straight
cool.
ahead.
All right, I rolled a 6. And until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Whoa.
Wait, what is it? What is the protective? What?
Yeah.
Say that again. I was tweeting.
I have higher AC! So until my rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of me, your allies gain the same thing.
+1? Oh shit, that's a
+1.
really good feature.
Yeah.
So as Scarlet rages and comes out for her attack, you would all see these. It's sort of her skin does a similar erupted flesh effect, except you just sort of see these cinders come pouring off of her and in the air around her, and create this 10-foot radius of lights around her as she comes out with that attack. What is your attack going to be?
So I'm
See,
gonna
aren't you glad you raged?
Yeah, so glad I raged. I'm gonna say 10 feet away from Sprig so that I cannot be within her melee range, and I can strike with the prongs of the black. All right, where's that d20? There it is.
As a reminder, I marked Rodrin for.
I know I can't get to him though.
Oh.
I mean, I guess I could.
You can use a
but,
charge on the prongs to increase the range.
That's not a bonus action.
Oh, it might be a bonus action.
Let's see. So I awakened it before this started. So
True.
that at the start of your turn, you may spend 1 charge to increase the reach by 10 feet.
I'll allow you to do that, so you can hit Rodrin. You
All right.
do have to go into her range, though, to do that.
I can't back out because my movement's out.
So, no, I mean, like, you, let's see, if you, because that's as far as you can get.
Is he 20 feet right now?
He's 15 feet away.
Oh, perfect. Because it's already 10 feet, and then if I
okay, yeah,
increase
then
it,
you
it'd
can
be
get
20. All right, cool.
Then
Here
you
we
can
go.
get him.
Oh no! It's
What
a
is it?
natural 1.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been so badass.
Wait, is she flanking
Shit!
with?
Wait! I have advantage, right?
No, you have advantage, yeah, because you snuck out.
Okay, thank God. That's not much better.
Well, I mean...
Well, actually, 18?
So that doesn't hit. Also, I don't think you have advantage because you walked out into the open.
I ran. Then it's a natural 1, and it's a 13.
Okay, both of those would have missed anyway. So you come raging out, and all of you see, and Scarlet comes out, and she looks badass, and she goes and flings the prongs of the black towards Rodrin. And Rodrin, you see him, and he just goes like this. He just leans back as the prongs go out and fling back, and he just looks and makes eye contact with you, as not really, but for flavor, pulls out his long swords. Mechanically, he doesn't because he can't. But all right, Timber, you are up.
I'm gonna do a nice little chronosphere with my action. Take out a nice little orb and spin it.
Okay.
And how many feet am I away?
You are roughly. It looks like you're roughly.
I mean, come on, he's doubles his speed and already has like what 60.
Yeah, there's no way you're not going to be able to reach them. But Rodrin is 75 feet away from you.
I will get there in flanking position, and I will
There's no one you can get in flanking.
Well, without flanking position, behind him, opposing Scarlet, not flanking. I will attack with my hasted action. Actually, no, I am not going to attack with my. I'm going to instead use
Something happened. I think Sean.
Yeah, Sean, are you okay?
You okay there, Sean?
I have it. You okay?
All right, there's a hand.
Oh, okay.
I dropped Timber into a basket of Dwarven Forge, and he blends in with it.
Oh
So I
no!
get my phone out and put the light on.
We couldn't see your arm, and we couldn't see you, so we're like, oh
And
no!
Did you just hear me go, oh no?
Yes.
Yeah.
We assumed that spirits from another dimension.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a key rupture.
Hell yeah.
All
right.
And with my hasted action, and that is a 19, which probably doesn't hit.
Are you within?
Just misses.
Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
I will then offhand strike.
Something I'll say for what you saw with the way he dodged Scarlet's attack, it didn't seem like it was like it's not his armor. Obviously, you didn't. But the way he moved and dodged it was super fast, and like almost like you would see like trails of him as he stepped back, almost Matrix style, and then he came back up. Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? Instead of unarmed strike, I'm just gonna mark him with my Hexblade's Curse. And I'm gonna stand where I am.
Do you know what's great about the Hexblade's Curse is that it kind of, in a way, reduces their AC. You know, where like you when you roll a 19, it's an auto hit.
Right.
Okay.
So it's quite beautiful.
Sean, just a quick question: Are they undead?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, they are undead.
Wait, Sean.
What?
Was I supposed to attack with advantage?
You, I would say yes, you could because you were.
I was invisible.
Because you were invisible.
Oh, never mind. Does misses anyway.
Okay. All right, Talray, you're up.
Okay, I am going to shoot the guy that Huron marked as long as I have line of sight.
You do.
Okay, here we go. Advantage, right?
Yes.
Rolling with sharpshooter effect.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I got 2 1s.
What?
Really?
Yes.
No.
Physical dice suck.
That's what I've been saying.
Dang. That's worse than me. Holy crap.
But I have faith. I have so much faith that I'm using the same 2 dice on my second
Ooh,
attack.
baby. Here we go.
That's ambitious.
Well, you know, an 18's not bad.
All right.
-5 plus 14, so that's 9 plus 18 is 27.
Oh my god.
That'll hit.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's pretty
so
cool
here we
because
go.
you see that first bullet comes flying through the air, and everyone hears this. It's just this soaring sound that goes through the forest, and you see Rodrin like literally just like steps back as it hits the ground, and dust kicks up in front of him. But then, of course, the second one hits him right after he dodges.
Warning
this
shot.
one.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, I take everything back. I got 2 6s maximum damage.
Excellent.
So that's 12 plus 17 is
Wow.
yeah.
29.
Yeah.
29 and it's necrotic damage, Sean.
It's a lot of damage.
Holy shit.
Wait, it's necrotic damage?
Necrotic damage.
Yeah.
My gun does necrotic damage.
Oh my
It doesn't make
God.
perfect sense, but yes, it does deal necrotic damage. So that is 58, right?
Wow.
58 points of damage.
Yeah.
Poor general believing what's right is getting absolutely ruined.
Then I'm gonna use bonus action to tell Mundy to attack him as well.
Got it.
His spites are necrotic.
No, it's actually radiant.
I just imagine Mundy like crawling over this fountain to
Yeah.
just nap at him.
Yeah.
Mundy can flank with timber, so Mundy can get advantage.
Julio.
Yeah, Mundy. By the way, Kieran, the entire conversation you were having with him, Mundy was growling at them the entire time.
Nice.
And you just see it. Yeah, exactly. He crawls over. You see his claw grips around the statue, and it almost crumbles a little under his hand as he comes over, growling.
Okay, here he goes. He also rolled an 18 plus 8
Nice.
is 26. That gonna hit?
26 will hit.
Okay, he gets 1 bite, so it's 1d6 plus 5. Let's see what he rolls on the thing. He rolled another 6, so I got 11 right
Hell
now.
yeah, dude. So you notice when he deals this radiant damage, doesn't deal quite as much damage as it should. They are resistant to radiant damage.
Interesting. I think that's all I can do for now. I'm going to
Hell
move
yeah.
to a different tree.
keep them on their heels. Excellent. All right, so that is the end of the surprised initiative round. We are now going to move to Sarathil. You're actually up first because you're top of initiative with that
Nice.
22.
So going first. Well, I'm like in the thick of that, right?
Yeah, you're right behind. You're right next to Mundy.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. So I'm gonna Misty Step out of that.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You're gonna Misty Step. Perfect.
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I guess towards the gate, like behind
Naldo.
Naldo. And like still have a line of sight, of course.
Yeah. You might. Yeah. I'll just move you over a little bit so the fountain's not blocking.
I like to imagine that when you misty step, there's like ghostly screams in your wake.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like you hear banshee wails.
Just sort of this like,
Um,
and then it
Yeah.
shoots over.
Exactly.
Cool.
my action.
Action. Yes.
Which what I would like to attempt to do.
Mhm.
Don't know if it's gonna work, and you decided on however you want. I'm gonna use Command Undead, or attempt to use Command Undead on them.
Very fascinating.
Nice.
On
Okay, yeah. On Rodrin or Sprig?
on Sprig.
Okay. Read me what Command Undead does again. It's a
As
saving
an
throw,
action-
right?
As an action, you can choose one undead that you can see within to make a Charisma saving throw DC 19. You can't use this feature again. If it fails, it becomes friendly to you and obeys your commands until the end of the feature.
Very interesting. All right. Okay.
Again, I realized
Charisma?
I realized the undead and the
Hey, I mean, for all intents and purposes,
I'm just gonna say-
rules is written. This makes sense. I have
just
their
saying.
stat block open and it says medium undead.
Okay. Yeah, charisma saving throw DC 19.
Ooh,
Also,
they got
it does, also, oh wait, they've already beat it. Never mind.
Yeah, they got a 29.
It does have advantage if they have above 12 intelligence. Also.
Oh, okay. Then they had advantage, but the second dice was lower. But
Okay,
they Sprig resists it, and I imagine it's like there's like this attempted almost like lock that comes over Sprig, and she just breaks out of it and stares right at you, and it almost like Sprig this whole time I imagine was kind of deep in thought, like not reacting to anything, any of the danger around her.
Instead of like the chains going around, I was picturing more as like telepathically trying to like communicate with her.
You,
and, like,
you cut out there. What did you say?
I was saying I was picturing more. I was just kind of like trying to telepathically with her, like being from the same like gift of like Vanya, like.
Oh yeah.
But I guess like with her succeeding, it kind of like breaks her out.
Yeah, I think you got to talk towards your mic. It's cutting out. Half your when you're looking away from your mic,
I gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry.
Ooh, we're in the ASMR now. Yeah, it's much better.
I was thinking I'm like communicating telepathically to her. With us being from the same gift of Vanya, that I'm trying to like see if I can like get through the whatever the like magic of us being undead is to try to overpower her, and I guess that just breaks her concentration because she's saved.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that better than some kind of magical chains. That's much better, but she does make the save. So I imagine she looks directly to you as you commune with her, and then you see her almost like immediately like cross the sickles together, and there's this shimmer, and she's ready to fight.
Damn.
Anything else, Sarathil?
That will be my turn, but my ghost is gonna do spooky things.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm going to use a legendary action for Rodrin. And your ghost needs to give me a charisma saving throw.
Damn. Okay. What's its? Oh, of course. That's not good. All right. That's a 13.
Your ghost is banished into the ethereal plane.
No.
Oh dear. Oh, goodbye.
Boy.
It's just gone now.
Until, yeah. Well, no. It'll come back on the next, the top of its next turn.
Wait, was it banishment or is it just something else?
No, it's a legendary. It's a different thing. It's actually not even a. Oh shoot! Sorry. Actually, no. I take that back. I looked at the wrong thing on the stat block. That's a layer action, so that can't happen until after the ghost because you're above the initiative order, the initiative 20. So sorry, that actually can't happen.
She's gonna get her attacks first, and she's gonna get banished.
But actually, what Rodrin's going to do actually is he's going to use a legendary action to cast or to use his legendary action Etherealness, and he'll banish himself to the ethereal plane so that he can't be targeted anymore.
Damn, he's just like recuperating. Damn.
Basically, yes. All right. So if she can't attack him on her turn, that happened at the end of your turn, so she still has her turn.
So then I guess she's gonna go for Sprig.
All right.
It's plus 12, I believe. Yep. All right. First attack is a 14.
Sprig, that does not hit.
Yeah. Second attack is a 24.
So that would hit, but Sprig is going to use her reaction to use her reaction border ethereal, and she's going to almost melt away as soon as the attack goes for her. And then, but there's an additional effect to this in that she immediately vanishes and then appears right behind your ghost and gets a free attack on her.
Oh,
Whoa, that's a cool ability.
With a natural 20.
Oh, no.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she's badass. I like her.
Sorry. So 32 piercing damage, and then God, my brain is shutting down. 22 radiant.
What was the total?
55, I think.
Yeah, so Hypatia just dissolves back into the ether.
Yeah, you would watch as all of you would watch as Sprig has just been kind of like standing there, and then you just see her immediately look to Sarathil, shing with her sickles, and then as that attack goes for her, it goes through her as she becomes ethereal, and then she vanishes in a puff of radiant smoke, appears right behind Hypatia, and just brings one of the sickles up through her, and you can see this radiant light burst through the ethereal form of Hypatia, and she just sort of shakes and then vanishes into nothingness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Rodrin's turn now. Okay. Rodrin is going to use let's see. He's ethereal right now. Go ahead.
Oh no, never mind. I was just trying to clarify if he was still like beyond Earth or something.
He is. He is. He is until he uses an action to come back. Basically, he has to use an action to come back into the material plane. But you can see him when he's like this.
Yeah.
Replace him for a second. Oh. He is going to use his action to tap into the well of Aella to heal himself. Okay. Okay. So you watch as he is in this ethereal spectral form, and you can see almost like this glittering, glowing water that kind of has this dull moonlight glow, kind of seems to seep out from the earth itself and go and travel up his legs and through his body. As you can see, the light starts to grow brighter around him. He was dimming as you were damaging him, and now he's healed for what might say 38 brightness. But that is gonna be his action. So he is going to, and that was using one of his undying gifts. So he has to roll a 5 or a 6 on his next turn to be able to use that again. All right, Scarlet, you're up.
Is it safe to assume that I probably have disadvantage on him right now because he's like all ethereal like?
You can't hit him at all.
Cool. All right, so then I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself steady aim, and I'm going to use 2 hands to bring down the prongs of the black on Sprig.
Go for it.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll be right back.
That's a 29.
That'll hit.
All right.
She already used her reaction, so she can't use her cool move on you.
All right, so I use 2 hands, so I get a D10. It's a 1 plus 7 is 8, and then it gets the 2d6 fire damage.
How much was the initial damage?
8. Rolled 1. And then a 6 fire damage. Then
The fire damage doesn't seem to deal as much as it normally would.
right. 24 points of sneak attack damage.
Hell yeah. You watch as the prongs of the black, I imagine you just kind of bring them up and around with 2 hands, and it whips down, and you watch as it just cuts across her cheek.
Yeah.
And you can see it cuts open, no blood comes out though.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Yeah, let's do it. Dance party.
Is that Talia with the
I thought it
orange
was muted.
base?
So I guess that was an ad.
Oh, I thought that was my music. I was like, what did I accidentally put in this battle playlist? That is Talio with the orange base.
Okay, so he's still within 10 feet of me, right?
He is.
he gets
Yes,
the-
yes,
okay.
he is.
He'll get the
Yeah,
plus
he is
one.
within 10 feet.
Plus 1
Cool.
to AC. That's all I can do.
Timber, you're up. So
It's me!
Rodrin is ethereal in front of you, so he can't be affected by anything on the material plane until he comes back. And Sprig is right next to him.
So spells can't be cast on him because he's not in this plane either, right?
Exactly, and yeah, nothing. The only thing that could probably affect him would be dream, but he's not sleeping.
All right.
These are my new battle songs.
I love them. They're so good.
So wait, he's right next to Sprig, right?
Yes, yeah, they're
Okay.
right next to each other.
a fan of
In
the
that
opera
case,
vibe.
I am going to. I'm gonna get in flanking position with Mundy. Is that who that is? Okay.
Yeah, that's mine.
All right, and on Sprig.
Yes, and you don't get an. Oh, wait, he's ethereal, so he couldn't attack of opportunity you anyway.
Right.
It's an advantage.
I am going to use my bonus action. No. Actually, I'm not. I am going to use my hasted action
Oh yeah.
to key rupture her. Right in the back of the spine!
What is
Go for
key
it.
rupture?
It's pretty much booming blade. But it uses...
But it's a homebrewed booming blade.
yeah. 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Right. She will take 11 points of bludgeoning.
I've heard of that legendary damage type, bludgeon.
But yes, spludgeoning.
But it's key spludgeoning,
Yes.
so it deals it cuts through that magical defense.
And then 10 points of force damage
Hell
from
yeah!
the inside. And as a bonus action, just a couple more pops. Right,
Pop.
right up the spinal column.
Go for it.
Oops, I should have done that with advantage. What am I doing? Wrong, Alex. 25.
That'll hit.
All right. 15 points of damage, bludgeoning, and go ahead and roll a saving throw for me for stunning strike.
Stunning strike. You got it. What kind of roll is that again? Con.
Yep.
All right. She got a 17.
She just makes it. I rolled a natural 20 for my last attack.
Hell yeah!
Ooh. With DC 17, meaning she just needs to meet it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, for saves, they just need to meet it.
Got it. All right. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And then max damage is 19 points of damage, and then make this one a stunning strike as well.
Got it. She got an 18 this time.
Okay. So there's my key points disappearing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shift out my little wolf body over to get into range of what's his name? Oh my god,
Rodrin?
Rodrin. I was gonna call him Roger, and I was like,
Yeah,
but
you can call him Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. Hot Rod. And I am going to hold my real action for when he comes out of etherealness.
Oh, hell yeah. I forgot about that. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a great move. At the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action.
Is it called being rude?
It's just called being rude.
Nice.
No, she's going to use a legendary action to make an attack against you.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Karma.
it's gonna hurt. Ow.
It is going to hurt.
Oh.
Oh, shit. First, oh, God. I then almost rolled maximum on the dice.
Well, technically, you got to max the first dice.
No, I know. I did max
Oh.
the first dice, but the second dice almost maxed out. They got a 9 and a 10.
Oh boy.
Then it's... Let's see. Okay, so that's going to be 39 slashing damage.
Ow.
And then 21 radiant damage.
Okay, 60. Okay.
And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I will do that. Oh, what the fuck, Timber? You got a 6.
You, due to the radiant light that flashes, you are blinded until the beginning of her next turn.
Damn.
Ow.
But luckily for you, because this is off of initiative and a legendary action, her turn is next. So you're blind for a second.
Woo!
The mechanics worked against her in that moment. But I think that's a fair thing to lose for a nat 20. Okay. So on Sprig's turn, she is going to use her action. She's going to use one of her Undying gifts. Let me see what y'all look like over here.
Looking like dead men.
Yeah. Well, you might.
Yeah.
So something you'll all notice about Sprig is that she does not move normally. You can't get attacks of opportunity on her because she literally, when she's moving, she is in the ethereal plane. She is unattackable when she's moving. She uses it for movement, so you can't get attacks of opportunity on her. Gonna move behind Timber, and she's gonna use Moonlight Strike.
Fuck.
So I need Timber, Mundy, and Curon.
Oh,
Give me
no.
dexterity saving throws.
No,
My
I don't
God.
think I will.
All right, Captain America. All right, Roger. Steve Rogers.
Will a 16 do it?
It will not. Mundy fails.
13.
Oh.
13 fails.
Who would have guessed?
How does 27?
27 makes it, and it's a dex, so you're good to go.
Woo!
With your evasion. I'm going to use Wiswick's dice roller to roll the damage because I have Wiswick's stat block open for Naldo. And this is a lot of damage, so I'm not going to physically roll it.
Oh no.
Wiswick, what have you done?
What have you done?
Always working against us.
Oh. Always.
9d10, everyone.
So 39 points of radiant damage to Mundy and
Resistance attack.
Huron. Oh yeah.
Dang.
That's
You should-
20 points of radiant to Mundy.
You should put on Manfred Mann right now.
Okay,
Anybody?
so that was her.
Nope.
Blinded by the light.
Oh,
Ah. Revved up like a douche another roll in the night.
Yes.
I get that.
No, you didn't, though. You didn't.
okay. So that is Sprig's turn. She's gonna use the rest of her movement though before she ends.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
All right. Talio.
Wait. She's okay. Never mind.
She's immune to immune to attacks of opportunity.
That's right.
I've finally created a monster that you can't sentinel. I know that you don't have sentinel on this character, but I have PTSD to all the times you've sentineled my characters.
But guess what, Sean? I have poor
Oh,
man
God.
sentinel. So when she moved because of my key rupture, she takes 3d8
fuck.
damage.
Fuck.
Nice.
You do have poor man sentinel, you bastard.
Oh, I rolled pretty well too. Holy shit, I rolled really well. That's 23 force damage.
Wow. Oh my God, that's
That's
almost max.
887.
Excellent.
So I like to imagine. So first of all, this is kind of the first time we're really seeing this. What does it look like when you use key rupture? What is the deal with key rupture in this moment?
When he strikes her back or spinal column, there's some sort of there's like a little vibration that kind of goes on within her body, and when she goes ahead and moves her body a certain distance, or just fully uses all her muscles, all of a sudden you just start seeing little spurts of blood,
yeah.
She has no blood.
Okay, well,
It's still cool. It's still cool.
she, in that case,
I imagine there's just these kind of pa, just these sort of like little concussive blasts that happen as she moves away.
she just has a bunch of cramps, and then it breaks,
Yes.
it hurts some of her bones.
What? Oh God!
Just really bad cramps. And not those kinds
excellent.
of cramps.
That's part of the gift of Eliovania. Anyway, Gee, that was a lot of damage. All right. So end of her turn is now Talio's turn. So let me get my freaking stat block open for my character on the field.
All the stat blocks.
Talio is going to bonus action Hunter's Mark Sprig.
Yeah. Hunter's Mark.
I'm not going
Hope
to put
he
this on her
remembers
because
his
she'll
damage.
fall off of that spot. And he's going to shoot his longbow at her for both of his attacks. All right, first one hits, second one misses. And he's going to deal 12 points of piercing damage, and then 4 points of poison damage. She's immune to poison damage, so it doesn't hurt her. This is me telling myself that my attacks don't work. But she does take that first amount of damage. Okay. At the end of his turn, at the end of Talio's turn, there's going to be she's going to use a legendary action to go ethereal.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Well,
Oh, she fell out of ethereal.
right there for now. And simultaneously, Rodrin is going to use his legendary action to come out of ethereal. When Roger comes out, I just called him Roger. When Roger comes out, when Hot Rod comes out of etherealness, you see there's a boom of moonlight that comes around him, and I need Mundy and Timber to give me con saving throws.
Poor Mundy.
Blinded by the light. I rolled
12.
a 10. Now I'm blinded by the light.
You're exactly right. You are blinded by the light. You are considered blinded until the end of or until the start of Rodrin's next turn. What did Mundy get?
12.
Mundy is also blinded until Rodrin's turn. Okay. At the end of Talio's turn is Talray's turn. Huron, you're on deck.
Okay, so the guy that was I can shoot the guy that I was shooting before, so I'm going to shoot him.
Go for it.
I still have advantage because of Guardian of Nature.
Yes.
I am still going to use Sharpshooter on the first.
Oh yeah.
I got a 2 and a 9, so the 9 plus 9 is 18.
18 does not hit.
Okay, let's do it again. A 4 and a 13. 13 plus 9 is 22.
22 will hit. He is going to use his reaction, though, to use Shield of the Moon, which is basically Shield. And this will miss, and he has +5 to his AC for until the top of his next turn.
Okay, I am going to fly over to I'm going to use my bonus action and fly over and my movement action to vanish. So the bonus action is to hide, and the move is to hide somewhere that's not exactly where I was. So hopefully, if he didn't see me before, he's not going to see me again. And Mundy can't attack because I used my bonus action to hide. And he's also blind, so I didn't think that was going to be helpful anyway.
Okay.
That's me.
All right. So what you would see is this bullet flings down, and Rodrin dodges it, but then another one comes, but you see he raises his long swords up in a cross, and you see this radiant light surrounds him in a bubble, and the bullet just flings and shatters when it hits the shield. All right. Huron, you're up.
All right. So Huron is kind of just watching this fight play out around him. You know, he got hit by this moonbeam strike, and it just kind of he took the hit, and then just looking around, he just kind of looks at his hands and goes, "Crescent Heart, our people now fight. I fear this is the first step in a long journey of war. But maybe... Iluvania, I beseech you," he says as he slams down his staff, invoking a divine intervention.
Ooh, baby. All right. Q. High or low?
Let your people see the light. We are but two faces of a coin. Join us and let us see the whole picture together. We're going to roll low.
Okay. What's our threshold?
30. I got a 47.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to remove any pomp and circumstance from that. No big... How do you do?
It's all good. As your voice echoes out, there's nothing happens, and you almost see Rodrin look at you, and only you can notice the very slightest curl of his smile. That anyone else looking at him would just see a blank face. You see a smile at your failed divine intervention.
All right, and then we're going to cast 4th level spiritual weapon. Put it behind him, and we're gonna go for an attack. Woof.
Go for it.
15.
Does not hit.
All right. And Huron is going to go take cover behind the fountain for the time being.
Okay. Naldo's up.
Yay!
Pull up Naldo's sheet. Naldo is going to cast.
You could still do that, Sean.
Oh wait, the magic that he did was from you, right? Any spells he cast, so he can't do magic anymore, right?
I mean, it's really up to you. In the past, I was transferring my energy through him, but now
Yeah.
he has like innate spell casting. But that's only if he's casted at the highest level. So I don't know.
Okay.
Like he's supposed to run out at some point, so it's really up to you what level he is.
Great. I will. Cool. Well, I'm gonna say then that he can still cast. He'll cast this at the highest level. He is gonna cast a. He's gonna cast. Which one do I want? He's gonna attempt to cast Hypnotic Pattern on Rodrin.
Nice. It's a good spell.
So you see out of Naldo's arcane core, you can see several little lights come out and start to head over towards Rodrin. And in an instant, you all can see this. These little lights, these little hypnotic lights, they all look like little Wiswicks dancing in a circle in front of just kind of like dancing and clapping and dancing and clapping and just sort of in this spiral pattern in front of him, like a hypnotic pattern. Okay, so Hypnotic Pattern is a Wisdom save. I'm looking for Naldo's spell DC. Clay, what was his spell DC tied to?
Mine.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna say he's got an 18 spell DC then.
Yep.
But he's dead.
I mean, Naldo gonna get taken out pretty easily, so I want to make sure his abilities are still strong. All right. So Rodrin's gonna use a legendary resistance because he rolled a nat 1.
I miss the old days when you just hit me with the legendary resistance every once in a while, Sean.
It's been a while. So he uses one of his legendary resistances to avoid this hypnotic pattern, incapacitating him and reducing his movement to 0. He kind of waves his hands in the air, waves the swords in the air, and the little Wiswicks get dissipated. Sarathil,
Legendary resistance.
Sarathil. Okay, Rodrin's back, right?
Yes.
Looking back to him, I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on him.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Go for it. Is it a saving or an attack roll?
Just attack roll. Dirty 20.
It doesn't hit because his shield is still up.
Oh, the bastard. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. At the end of your turn, Rodrin is going to use his last legendary action to cast a spell. And he's gonna cast a 5th level sleep on Timber.
Ooh.
Boy.
That's not how sleep works. But I guess it's a legendary action, so
Fifth
anything,
level.
all.
Yeah, I mean it's a spatial thing, but he can get Timber alone in that spatial thing. So that's why I said on Timber.
Good call.
All right, so it's 5th level, so that is going to be 5d8 for the base, and then 2d8 per level above 1. That's 2, 3, 4. So that is 67 So, Timber, how much HP do you have?
I'm a sleepy boy.
No.
All right. Timber falls to the ground snoring.
Turn around in a circle until I get, and then I. Yep, there we go.
Exactly. He can be awoken if someone wants to use an action to wake him up. There's also if he takes damage, he'll wake up. All right, so that was a legendary action. It is now Rodrin's turn. His shield goes away. He's back to his original AC.
Good.
He is going to... let me roll to see if he gets his healing back. He does not get his heal back. But he is going to use the same Undying gift. Actually, no. All the Undying gifts are on the same reroll, so he can't use it. So he can't use his Moonlight Strike. So he's just going to go for good old-fashioned attacks. So he's going to go for Mundy because Mundy's in front of him.
Okie dokie.
He's got 3 attacks. First attack, dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second attack will hit also. Third attack will also hit.
Yeesh.
Okay. All right.
John, I'm gonna do you a favor and just let you know he's got 50 health.
Okay. All right. So the first round of damage from all 3 attacks for the piercing is 39 piercing. Now we'll do the radiant. I know he has resistance too.
Yeah, he's got 11 health left. So, 21, 39. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go down.
19.
Wait, how much health does he have left? They deal 25 damage, so halved. That's what 13.
Okay, so he had 20. You just did 29 damage, which is 14.
No, I did 39 damage.
39 damage. So that would be. Yeah, he's definitely down.
Okay. So you watch as Rodrin comes up with these 2 long swords. They glow bright, and he just comes in and he goes up to Mundy. Mundy is growling and kind of crouched in that way, ready to pounce. And he just comes forward and goes swiping up, bringing the blade up through Mundy's wing, and then the other blade down into the Mundy's neck, and then brings that second blade out of the wing and down, slicing through Mundy's head, and Mundy vanishes into ethereal nothingness. Rodrin then kind of just stands up and gets ready for the next fight. There's no celebration. All right, Scarlet, you're up. Tim, you're on deck.
Okay. For flavor's sake, I know that I was holding the prongs of the black with 2 hands for last turn. I'm gonna let go with 1 hand so that I have a free hand, and I'm gonna summon Lily.
Okay.
And I'm going to, so that's my bonus action to summon her. And then, let's see how far. All right, I want to use my action. I want to try and wrap Lily around his neck so that I can grapple him.
Okay.
So, well, I have to hit first.
You have to hit first, and then
it's
we'll-
a strength save. Yeah. All right, come
Okay,
on, baby. I think it's gonna do it. 15.
15 doesn't hit.
Fuck. Ugh. Okay. Well, that's all I can do.
All right.
I'm
Scarlet,
sleepy. Oh,
have you taken any damage? Have you dealt any damage? You dealt damage. You
I
dealt damage on your
I-
last turn.
I attacked.
yeah. As long as you attack it, you don't have
As
to
long
deal
as I
damage.
attack, my rage stays.
Oh, you don't have to deal damage?
No. Yeah.
As long
Okay,
as I
sorry.
attack.
I thought you had to deal damage. Okay, cool. Then you're good. Thank you for that clarification. All right, Timber, you're up. Sprig is on deck.
The
Timber,
floor's
you're
really
sleeping.
nice. Yeah.
Timber, you're having Timber, give me a high or low.
Hello.
Dreaming about bones.
You're having a bad dream. You're having a bad dream. Yeah, a bad dream. You're currently your dream. It's a weird dream though. You're dreaming that you're in your dog form, your wolf form, and someone is like yelling at you for peeing on the carpet. Arguably better than reality right now, midst of a fight, but it's still making you sad. At the end of your turn, Sprig is going to use a legendary action to come out of etherealness, and then it is her turn. So let's roll to see if she gets her Undying gift back. She does not, so she
Nope.
can't heal herself. That's
Not
good.
Christmas.
Sprig is going to use her crescent arrow attacks. Okay. She's gonna target. She's gonna target. She's gonna target Talio. Actually, no. She's gonna go for Scarlet. Scarlet seems scary.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. First one, a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Second one is a dirty 20.
Nope, because I have a +1 from my lights.
Okay, and then a 26.
Yeah. So 2 out of the 3 hit.
Okay.
I'm still raging.
Okay.
Resistant, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Okay, so for the piercing damage portion of this. Did I roll that right? Yes. No. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Sorry. Okay, so the piercing damage, which is the first round of damage, is 34.
So
So with your
17.
resistance down to 17.
Okay.
And then 21 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I need you to give me a con saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
2 con saving throws, actually.
First one's a 17. And second one is a 7.
All right, you're blinded until the top until Sprig's next turn.
Okay.
All right, as the arrows, you see these arrows, they fly at you, and they fly incredibly fast.
Wait, Sean, I have advantage because I have a soul trinket
Okay.
on con saves. No, I'm still blind.
Okay. All right. So these arrows, they fly at you. You can see the arrowheads. They defy aerodynamics because the arrowheads themselves are shaped like a crescent moon with the points facing outward. They shouldn't work based on physics, but they do because it's a fantasy world. And they're guided by the light of Ilyavania or Aella. Depends on who you're talking to. Definitely not if you're talking to Curon. But they hit you and they kind of burst with this radiant light. kind of similar to your dagger that you throw. Thankfully, our boy Roger is not within 10 feet of you, so he doesn't get healed.
Right.
All right. That is Sprig's turn. Talio is up.
Good old Roger.
Good old Roger. Talio is going to actually put his bow away. Actually, no, he's going to keep his bow out because he's got Hunter's Mark on Sprig. So he's going to shoot at her to maximize his damage. He gets a 20, or sorry, yeah, he gets a 27 on her, actually, so that one will hit. Sprig is going to use her reaction, though. And she's going to vanish and appear behind him.
No, damn it! He's got a +1 to his AC.
And go for her attack on him, her free attack on him. So good thing, I mean, she rolled poorly, so she misses with a 12. And now she's there in front of you.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Talio's turn. Talray, you're up, and then Kiran, you're on deck.
Okay. Who can I shoot at the moment?
You can shoot both of them actually, because they're both not ethereal.
All right, I'll go for Hot Rob.
Okay. He does most likely have his shield back, but
I mean, he has to spend his reaction to do it.
exactly.
Let's try and do it without the sharpshooter this time. Maybe that'll
Okay.
help. But I still have advantage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I should have used the sharpshooter because I rolled a 19 and a 17. So 19 plus 14 is 33.
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay. A 5 and a 4 is 9, plus 7 is 16.
Nice, and that's all necrotic, right?
16 necrotic damage on my first attack.
So that's 32 damage.
Yep. And here comes another one. You know what? Wait, did he use? He didn't use his.
He did not use the shield.
All right. Well, then we're going for sharpshooter this time.
Okay.
12 plus 9 is 21.
He'll use his reaction to use his shield for that one.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Bonus action, resummon Mundy. He's just standing there looking cute.
Aww.
Oh wait,
You
what?
see,
Hold on,
What?
but I gotta figure out the range because he might be back here.
oh
with me
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Does he come back?
Thank you
with
for
full
your
health?
honesty. He does.
now. Yeah, he is full health. He's just like, yeah, what happened?
As a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bonus action. Well, that's the thing
Well,
is
no.
like because the bonus action is also basically the bonus action is anything he does with Monday. So like Monday can't attack now because he was summoned with the bonus
That's
action.
crazy though.
Every time I do it,
I mean, it's a
though,
core class feature.
Yeah, I also lose a level 1 spell every time I do it. So it's
That's
not-
right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
And he's a ranger, so his spell slots are limited. What's the range on that?
I'm wrong. As an action, I can magically summon the Drake, so I can't.
Oh,
do it.
okay.
I'm just gonna do the same thing I did before. Move.
Bonus action,
and,
yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Bonus action hide.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much secures that you get the advantage on the next turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm basically just trying to not be seen at all.
It's perfect. Kiran, you're up. Naldo's on deck, and then Sarathil. Oh God, I've been forgetting layer actions.
okay, that's all right.
Really?
I mean,
Sorry.
it's okay, Sean.
Or
You
That
is
could
was
it
such a
Huron?
DM thing to say.
you could just deal damage to me with your lair action. That'd be nice.
Yeah, right? There you go.
That's a good point, actually. Sleep is the worst condition because you just are asleep. There's no saves for it. All right, Kiran, you're up.
And then if somebody attacks you,
You're awake. Yeah.
well,
It's
no,
it's
coup de
worse for
grace.
everyone.
You get coup de grace.
Oh,
Coup
you
de
do because you
grace?
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get it's an automatic crit.
Ooh.
Curon is going to slap Noldo on the leg and go, get Kaze up. We need to deal with these champions right quick. And then bonus action.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Spirit weapon attack on what's his name? Ooh, spicy.
Roger.
Yeah,
Rodrin.
for 31 for Rodrin.
That'll hit.
Not bad.
The general
Wow. Nice.
of the bold. For only 12 force damage. And then he's going to turn to what's her name?
Sprig.
Sprig, and he's going to go. I think it's time you leave for a while and cast banishment.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
shit.
can make a charisma saving throw DC 20.
She gets a what is her modifier?
And she has disadvantage because I'm so good looking.
Oh wow! It's funny as I was just like absolutely ready to believe you. For a second. I almost to the point where it reminded me that she actually has advantage on saving throws against magical effects.
That makes sense.
She got a
No
24,
legendary
though.
what? No legendary.
She got a
resistance,
what?
Sean?
She does have legendary resistance, but she doesn't need it because she rolled a 24.
Okay.
Oh, good try, Q.
So you see, like as that kind of like the lights of Ilyuvania gather around her, trying to pull her out of this reality. They dissipate around her as she looks to you, Curon, now, kind of spotting you. She didn't really see you hiding behind there, but now she sees you.
Hello.
But she has resistance to magic.
She has
Magical
magic
effects?
resistance. Yeah, she has advantage on saving throws against spells.
Gotcha.
All right, that ends my turn.
All right, Noldo is gonna be like, almost wake up, Sir Timber. He goes rushing over.
I'm Sir Timber. I like this title.
Sir Timber.
I almost said Sarathil,
Yep.
and it came out as Sir Timber. Timber, he picks you up and shakes you violently. Wake up, Timber. You are needed, champion of Ilyuvania, and puts you down on the ground.
No.
Which also means you're standing. You don't need to use half your movement to stand up.
Excellent.
look at that.
Because Noldo is tall.
He gets it.
All right, so that is Noldo's turn. At the end of Noldo's turn, Sprig is going to use a legendary action to attack Scarlet.
No.
Oof.
Jamming out to the music here.
I know, I was enjoying it.
All right.
22.
Fuck. Yeah.
Scarlet has legendary action.
Yeah. Right. I'm legendary. Legendary resistance. Just punch her in her face.
That's not what legendary resistance
I
is.
know. I heard it.
Legendary resistive to whatever Sean throws at us.
That's 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
You're
already
already
blinded.
blinded, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make you roll for it.
Thanks.
Can't be double blinded. All right, Sarathil, you are up.
How is Roger looking?
Roger, I mean, funny enough, they both are relatively at the same health, and they're both looking a little rough. They're looking a little scrapped up.
Just a little scrapped up. We're just gonna cast Blight on him. Blight on Roger.
That's probably a good move.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of saving throw is that?
It's a con saving throw. I think. Wait,
Choice.
just double check before you roll.
Okay.
And then get sad by.
Is Roger a
you changing.
plant, by any chance?
Roger is not a plant, unfortunately. I wish.
Fun story. When you get blessed by Ilyuvania with immortality, you become a plant. Sarathil's also
And
a plant.
I'm gonna cast it at 5th level, and it is a con
Ooh, hell
saving
yeah.
throw. Con saving throw D20 or DC 20.
Okay. That's I'm gonna re-roll that because it's cocked. Let's say it's cocked.
Okay.
It was in that 20, and I wanted.
Okay. It's all right.
But it landed like weirdly on top of other dice, so I re-rolled it.
I appreciate it.
Let me see what their on is. Still a 23 though.
Oh, fucking goddamn it! All right, half damage.
Well, it's technically it will become full damage because it's
Yeah, but I wanted to do some
it's vulnerable.
I want to do some spanking damage.
You some sucking deal like 160 damage.
Shh.
Go ahead
45
and roll.
45 necrotic damage.
That's not doubled.
Well, no, that's just what I rolled.
Wow.
So that's 90 then.
Wow.
Wait, no, he. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's unhalved. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain. So 45 is the total.
Yes.
Okay. My brain stopped there for a second. Okay, because I was about to say, how do you want to do this? But no, he's still alive. Because if it was 90, I'd be like, yeah, he's dead. All right, so he is still alive, but okay. So even though it doesn't have this full effect, you see Rodrin is there, and you see he's surrounded by a spiritual weapon, a now awoken Timber, and Noldo now, and he's just sort of like doing that thing where he's just kind of getting into this stance to protect himself from them. He turns away from Sarathil to do that, and then suddenly it just sort of like, as you can see, he's almost like his veins turn black all through. Even though there's no blood in there, the veins turn black, and you can see it through the perfectly pale white skin, and he just sort of. All right, Rodrin's up.
Let's
see if he gets that. Rodrin, let's see if he gets his Undying gift back. He does not. Damn it. No, just kidding. All right. All right. He's gonna bonus action, Misty Step.
Hi.
Use the rest of his movement
No.
to get up to you, Sarathil. Sarathil, you see him he kind of he doesn't have as much phasing power as Sprig, but he does have some, a little bit. And you see he kind of just sort of immediately is in front of you, like 10 feet away from you, and then walks slowly towards you.
Hey, Sean, can I do a reaction?
What do you want to do with your reaction?
Actually, never mind. I can't. It doesn't work.
Okay. He's going to go for his 3 attacks on you.
Oh, dear. Bravo,
22?
Yep, that hits.
22.
Mm-hmm.
And 27.
Yeah, they all hit. You might as well just be attacking a punching bag.
A dummy. Yeah, like a...
I like the long pause.
Okay, so that is 32 slashing damage across the 3 attacks, and then...
Okay.
And then 15 radiant damage. I need you to give me 3 con saves.
Oh, dear. Okay. That's a 10.
No.
Oh, you don't need to roll the other 2. You're blinded until the start of Rodrin's next turn.
Fuck.
Okay. All right. I am going to use their layer action here. I need everyone, except for Talray, because they have no idea you're here, to give me a wisdom saving throw. Scarlet, what'd you get?
18.
You have disadvantage on all checks until the next initiative 20. That includes saving throws and attack rolls. Curon, what'd you get?
13.
You also have disadvantage on all of those things until the next initiative 20. Timber and Sarathil?
10. Yeah, I know, Sean. Got it.
24.
You're fine. As you would see, the way I imagine this works is you see, I'm going to say that this comes from Sprig. You see she looks over to you, Scarlet, as her two sickles are out, and she just sort of, she smirks, she sort of smirks at your blinded confusion, and you see she kind of stands up tall and holds these sickles up in the air, as you see from them peels out these sort of sparks that then turn into these radiant, almost like streams of, you know, when you can see like the wind moving, particles in the air moving, and it starts to go all around and whip around. As you can see, coming out of the earth is just sort of these little stars. You can see it almost looks like when Curon disintegrates something with his abilities and they turn into starlight. You see it comes up around all of you, and you start to all look at this, and it becomes this ability called Disorienting Visions. And those of you who failed are disoriented until the next initiative 20 count.
Would I have advantage because I'm blinded and can't see them?
Yes, give me another roll.
Good call.
The idea is kind of that they penetrate your mind, but I will allow it because it's interesting.
I'm mind blank.
No. I'm just gonna give a DM call there. No.
No. You've just been rejected.
All right. So that was initiative 20 after Rodrin's turn. So Scarlet, you're up. Timber, you're on deck.
Great. All right. How far away is Rodrin from me? Is he within 60 feet? If I were to use some of my movement to get around Sprig, not leaving her melee range.
Rodrin is exactly 60 feet away from you.
Perfect. All right. So I want to, if I need to, I'll move around Sprig so I can get a clear shot. But I want to take out my, what did we call it? It's Lanchalas in here, but I don't remember what we called it.
You can call it whatever you want because you made it.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Well, my
Got
special dagger for right now because I don't have a name. And I'm going to use my bonus action.
RP scene.
Bonus action for to cancel out. I assume I have disadvantage, right? Because
you have disadvantage, yes.
Yep. So I'm.
No, it's not just your blind. Well, it's not just your blinded. Well, okay.
It's not. It wasn't attacks. It was.
When were you blinded, though?
It was Sprig who did it.
Because this is where blinded gets really awkward, because you don't know at all where he is, because he moved from the spot he was in when you were blinded.
That's true.
So I'm going to say you can't attack him. You can attack Sprig, but you can't attack him.
Okay.
Actually, Sprig moved also. Yeah, Scarlet, I'm going to say you can't attack anyone on this turn because you have no idea where they are.
Can I?
You would have. Oh, wait. You would have heard Sprig show up next to you, so you can attack Sprig with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. I still want to do steady aim to cancel out.
To cancel it out, yeah. Yeah, I got to play it this way because that's how I play when enemies are blinded with you all.
Yeah, no,
so
it's fair. It's fair.
You still get sneak attack awkwardly enough because Talio is engaged with her.
I don't think I'm gonna hit though. I'm hitting with prongs. Oh, maybe.
What'd you get?
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
25. What are you joking?
This whole freaking fight. Oh, maybe I hit once. All right, cool. So I'm just like, I've got prongs out, and I'm just like swinging wildly. and
Whipping wildly.
Yep. Finally makes contact. All right, so we
There's
need...
I'm not gonna allow you to do it this round, but there's an argument that could be made for prongs to not have disadvantage.
Why?
But because it's sentient.
It's not blinded. Just me. Just the wielder.
You're hitting anyway. It doesn't matter. You wouldn't get an opportunity for a nat 20 here, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But that's something to think about in the future.
Yeah. All right, so 11 points of slashing damage. Plus...
And then your sneak attack.
Well, fire damage first. Nice. 8
Yeah.
fire.
That's halved because they're resistant to fire.
I remember. And then sneak attack. Ew. Oh my god, they were almost all 1s and 2s. Although, wait a minute. Wait. I have my piercer thing. I think I can
Piercer,
reroll.
you can reroll ones.
I can reroll once, but I have to use the new roll. So I had 3 1s.
Okay.
That's better. Okay. 8, 10, 18. 18 sneak attack.
Nice. Don't you have a? Can you hit Rodrin with your? Can you spend? You could spend that.
Yeah, I think they need to be right next to me though for
You
Wheels of
can-
the Grave.
Whales of the Grave can hit the same target that you sneak attack on.
When at level 17.
Oh, does it really?
At level 17.
Okay.
I think. I'm gonna look
Really?
at it. It says
I think Huron might be right.
you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature, so I can't see him. And at 17th, you can also deal this necrotic damage to the first creature.
Yeah, it's the language that says because it says second creature, is why they can't hit the first creature before 17.
I didn't realize that it was before 17th. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I
No, it's
thought that
important for
was
us to
too.
clarify these things. Okay. But wait, is it just that can you see them? Oh wait, you're blinded. Never mind.
I already said that. I can't see them.
All right, sorry. Timber, you're up, and you're just Timber, so you're good to go. You're
Ah,
not Sleepy Boy anymore.
I'm no longer peeing on a
We're
carpet,
violently awoken.
and I
By a
just
rock.
I was shaken awoke, and
Timber.
and I'm going to do my zoomies over to Sarathil or Hot Rod.
All right.
Going for Hot Rod, and I'm gonna get some flanking with some Sarathil.
Hell yeah! So that cancels out your disadvantage
Rub my
from
eyes.
disorienting visions.
Oh, okay, got it. And I'm gonna do things to him.
Rodrin, also remember, Rodrin still has Hexblade's curse on him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I am going to tickle him with my punches.
With your fists.
And
Tickle.
for my first tickle attempt, I'm going for a 16.
It's not gonna
And it's not going to hit. I'm going for my second tickle attack. For a 17, which is not going to hit.
Not gonna hit.
My third tickle attack, which is a 22, which might hit.
That will hit. That will hit.
Tickle.
What, no more shields?
Wait, actually, he used. I'm sorry. That he's Elray's right. That 22 doesn't hit. He has 25 AC right now.
Rude. Very rude.
Mr. O'Donovan, you forgot to give us homework.
Yeah.
Hey, Talray is just like sitting back right now between his turns, just like resting in the tree, like.
Was
by
that
the
a
way-
layer action I saw? I'm sorry, it's really far away.
This is where
hey, Sean?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 key points to make a hit.
Okay.
I already rolled damage for it. It's 20 damage.
You smooth bastard.
Also, why not just make it a stunning strike while I'm at it?
Yeah. That's con, right?
Yep.
24.
Okay, well. Tickle is ineffective. let's go for the last tickle.
Oh, fucking A.
For a nice natural 1.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say nat 20, and I was going to be like, oh, fuck.
But little do you know,
To nat 20s.
little do you know that I also
Have a 4th tickle.
have a 5th tickle.
Oh, you're hasted.
I'm hasted.
Tickle away, sir.
I'm deciding what tickle to use here.
Tickle this ancient general of the Elysian army.
I am going to
that fought-
key rupture this.
Oh, okay.
Key rupture tickle. This is a new
Go for it.
variant. Ooh. Again. For a 20. Which
Does
doesn't
not-
hit, but I'm going to spend all my key points. I have 2 more left after this. I
Oh,
have two-
God.
and I'm bringing it up to 24.
That doesn't hit.
What?
It's 25.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'll spend my last 2 then. Make a hit.
Okay. Okay. That'll hit. That 26 will hit.
Okay, cool. All right. 19 damage plus.
How you want to do this?
Woo!
So worth it!
I burned everything for that.
Yes.
I want to just go run charge or. Oh my god, English language is hard. I'm gonna wake up in a rock's arms. Look for the man who put me asleep and blinded me, and who Kieran told me to target, and do a little anime run, and get over to this general and just start punching him, and then start leading to slashing. Right, taking out his back
Good
left
thing you don't
leg.
have blood.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's why I couldn't blood mark them earlier. That's why I was going to ask them. But taking out his back left leg, followed by a just a nice little clean head snap. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, with claws and all.
That doesn't tickle.
It doesn't tickle. Each tickle was the. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna bother.
It was just a gentle caress across the chin.
Yeah.
His head just went.
The tickles were all in Timber's mind of how he was going to, and then
I see.
yes,
Of course.
and then he just
You
was
see,
like,
as soon as you snap Rodrin's neck, and you see his body fall limp to the ground. You see Sprig immediately, kind of like her attention turns away entirely from the fight, and she looks over across to Rodrin. Rodrin. No. She teleports with a legendary action, with a legendary action at the end of your turn over to his body. And then it's her turn after yours. And she looks up at you over his body. She's kind of crouched over it. And you see she gently caresses the cheek as there's kind of this lilted slow in the combat. And she looks up at you and goes like this.
Son of a bitch.
wait, she's surrendering? Okay. Kieran! The manacles.
It looks like Kieran was like preparing some kind of big ass spell or something to go out on, and then he lowers the energy as it dissipates. And he walks over and he looks Sprig up and down and goes, "Can we trust you?" " 'Can we trust you?"
Champions indeed.
You see, as you're watching towards her, she claws his body closer to her and moves away from you as you're getting closer. As you can see, a very gentle light under her hand. And then you see Roger.
Stopping in his tracks, Kieran goes, I was about to ask if I could do the same, as he was reaching into the bag of holding. And when he pulls his hand out, you see 3 diamonds in between his fingers.
While you say that, Rodrin seems to not know where he is, and he looks to Sprig, and you just hear,
Is it over? Are we free? No, champion.
and they disappear into the sky in a pillar of moonlight.
Sean,
Mm-hmm.
since I mean, this is kind of silly, but since that whole thing was happening and I couldn't hear anyone, could I have taken another shot off?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I would probably shoot Rodrin when he came back. Because that's the one person
Well,
I've
actually,
been shooting this whole time.
Actually, no. I'm going to say no now because not because of that. It's because of where they are on the battle map actually is out of your view.
Fair enough.
They're on the left side by the forest edge. I would have absolutely let you do that if they were not where they are on the battle map. But they are out of your vision. You might be able to just barely, I'm going to say for flavor's sake, you can kind of just barely see them. I'm not going to say you can hit them, but if you want to take the shot for kind of the flavor of the moment, you can.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so Kieran, as you're approaching, you hear this, and then you see kind of a gunshot shoot off and hits the ground, and then you see Sprig looks at you, and then they disappear into that pillar of moonlight.
Oh, I missed? Come on. At least let me roll for it.
No. It's the reason I said for flavor's sake.
Yeah, but I thought you meant they disappeared.
Like an
and then
actual
the
hit.
gunshot, the gunshot was about to hit them, and they disappeared.
Oh.
I had to get into the right position or something like that.
I like that better. So I think that is a better narrative thing. So we're gonna go with that.
Nice.
Kieran, as they disappear, you see a gunshot fly through them that would have to be Talaray. And hits the ground where you saw Rodrin's corpse originally.
Now what? You're on.
Oh, should have removed some other body part.
I go over to Kieran because he's not talking and kind of just stand. Are you holding your staff right now, Kieran?
Yeah, so he's got the staff in one hand, and
Yeah.
in his left hand, he's got the diamonds.
Okay. I'll go and kind of just close my hand around your diamond hand. What's wrong?
I don't know.
What are you thinking?
For all my time in Aellisia, for all my time learning of Ilyuvania, there's still so much of her magic. And Queen Aella's I don't understand. What they just said right there. He asked if they were free. And she said,
heard.
not yet.
So Aella must have some sort of sway over them?
Must be. The last thing I want to do is bring my people into a war that will create a schism, creating who knows what kind of strife. Aellisia needs to be a whole, a united front for the fight against the Pallid King and the Harbinger.
Well, sometimes you need to break things before you can make them whole again.
I fear Aellisia hasn't been whole for a long time. And just been seeing a facade Aella has kept up.
Well, then we don't need to break it. We just need to make it whole.
Good point, Scarlet. Thank you, all. Talray! Kieran shouts.
Yeah, I was like already flying back, and like my gun's smoking on my shoulder, and I'm like, damn it! Why don't you have one of them planar, the thing you used in the Underdark that made people so they can't escape? What happened to that thing? I was just about to get that guy.
I know, I apologize. A lapse of judgment on my part. Fantastic shooting.
Talray,
you
do you summon Mundy back at this point?
Sure.
Monday immediately when he comes back is kind of like
I'm down, boy.
Mundy goes and is sniffing the spot where they were aggressively. And then you see him starts to like kind of like roll on it, almost like a cat to catnip. And then Mundy, you would hear Mundy comes up to you and you can telekinetically hear him speaking to you with the Indraconic.
Yep.
And basically, he doesn't speak words to you more so than you feel images of what he's thinking. And you see an image of Glowmoon. Basically, he's telling you that these two champions reeked of the magics of Glowmoon. Which makes you start to think about the way they moved ethereally all around the battlefield.
You see the lighthearted nature that Talray was giving off suddenly, gets very serious. And I'm gonna cast what's the spell? I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. The one that lets me look for stuff. Primeval Awareness.
Okay.
I'm going to use it at it's 6 miles. Is there any undead within 6 miles? Besides you.
Besides Sarathil,
It would just say 6 mile. It doesn't give me a thing, so yeah, that totally is useful.
So yeah. What we've been doing though is that I've been allowing you to roll perception checks to get more discernible knowledge. So
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I rolled digital and I shouldn't have. Oh, but do I get advantage because of being in a forest?
If that's what the favorite terrain does, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
I'll allow it. I'll see it transcends into this.
Okay, 24.
There are two undead figures 500 feet away, moving where you are now. They're moving northeast.
I just look at everyone and I say, I got him! That way! 500 feet! And I just take off.
At that moment, I also take off.
Kieran hikes up his pants. He's like, "All right, gang, let's get him moving." Talio.
You see, Talio is kind of in shock a little bit, not because he suffered a lot of damage in that fight, but he looks at you as you say his name, and he kind of comes out of something. Before this, he was just looking at them like you were, but I think exactly what put you in a pause has put him into a pause. Because as much as he believed in what you and your family believe that Aella is false, you had no idea how bad it could be. Yes. 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 And you see he immediately, with a fervor and an anger to his voice, hops onto the back of Virexi. Yes, we will free them. And he looks to you.
Remember, go not with anger in your heart, but righteous justice. For the will of Iluvania is love.
Well, the will of me is I gotta find out where my glow moon's at. And these people know something. Mundy can smell it. And I'm already flying.
Yeah,
Oh,
figured you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kieran,
like-
Kieran's already like at a half trot.
Yeah.
Like he
Figured-
would.
I figured
This
you
is
were
all
running
happening.
with it. Yeah.
This is all happening in the movements away.
Yeah, to help with movement, I'll summon my undead steed, and I'll gesture you to hop on the back of.
Nice.
I-
I'm gonna
I
run
actually-
with you.
I almost imagine Noldo starts moving forward
Yeah.
and Kieran just kind of like grabs on and goes,
Yes.
"Do you mind if I catch a
Yes.
ride?"
Excellent.
Yeah, and you imagine you can easily just grab onto the rock of his side and slowly pull yourself up, and he slowly grasps you as his legs sort of meld with the earth, and he starts moving faster. And Scarlet, you can easily hop on as well, or you can hop on Sarathil's steed to move at the same pace. Timber, you could easily turn back into your wolf form to keep up with everyone.
No, Timber would be blinking constantly. He'd be
Oh, that's right,
dashing
that's
and
right.
blinking through the trees. Yeah.
All right, the chase has begun as you enter the thick of the forest, the shattered moon above. To find answers, free those under the thumb of Aella, and save the world.
Yay!
No pressure.
And that's where we'll end tonight, folks.
Yay.
Good shit. Good fight. Good show, everyone.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Thank you to our sponsor, The First Watch. Go and check out their new programming tomorrow night, which is at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so 10 p.m. Eastern time, specifically 10 p.m. Eastern time. Perfect timing to watch right after another play in Paradise, which is tomorrow night with Alex and Mike. Are you guys back into Gloomhaven?
We will be back into Gloomhaven, but it will just be myself, Alex. Tim will not be joining us. We'll catch up more tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. Lord Coyote, there is a VOD that's immediately available on Twitch. The YouTube VOD is usually up on Sunday or Monday. So there will be a VOD available. Definitely check it out. It was a really good fight. Yeah, there you go. You can check that VOD out right now, or right after we end this. Thanks for the sub. Wednesday is nothing. Thursday is an off week for Relaxing in Paradise, so I am going to be taking the week off just because I have so much grad school stuff. There's always a chance for bonus stream, so keep an eye out on socials in case I go live, but most likely I will be relaxing. Friday night, not on Paradise, but over on Roll for Damage, is episode 2 of Sundered, an Arden Quest story, where we will be continuing our journeys there. It's a really fun story. The VOD for episode 1 should be up sometime this week. If you sub over at Roll for Damage, you should be able to watch it. It was a really fucking great first episode. Really, really awesome stuff using the quest system. So go check that out. And then Sunday will be the Sean Enchanted Power Hour, the most powerful hour on the internet, where we will recap this lovely episode. And I think it's going to be a good one for speculation. And then we'll be back on Monday to continue the chase of the Undying champions. Thanks, folks, for sticking around with us. Thanks for hanging out in Paradise. Say goodnight, adventurers.
Good
Chan,
night,
who are we
adventurers.
rating? Don't worry, I
Good
got
night,
it. We're rating
adventurers.
Josh Simons.
Great.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.